That was so much less smooth than I wanted it to be. Did you guys even hear it? The bar went red. The bar went red. I think that means that it muted it. I tried to make the first sound that you hear, me opening my can of Coca-Cola like the loser that I am. I can't fucking quit you, Coke. I can't quit you, Coke Zero. I should just change my name to Coke Zero Doxy. It was very crisp. Okay, good. I don't know why the bar went red. That's weird. Hi, everybody. How are you? It's so good to see all of you. Makes you want to go get one? Go get one. Be a shitty loser with me. Anyway, here's my head. Hi, guys. Hi. How are you? I look gross today. I'm sorry. I just didn't put any fucking effort in whatsoever. Gishtastic, hi. It was so soothing watching you yesterday. I just want you to know that. Hi. Thank you so much for coming by and saying hi. It's really cool to meet you. I've been having a really, really good time getting to meet all of the crafters on Twitch. I've been doing video game stuff for the past decade, which was the wrong life choice for me. I should have always been doing true crime and crochet. That's what I should have always been doing. Shitty losers unite. I'll cheers to that. I will. Trying to count calories and I really... That's so upsetting that I just hiccuped like I have a drinking problem right after taking a sip of Coke. I just tried to say it and hiccuped again. You think you haven't put any effort in today, Docs? I haven't even put on any pants. My brother. All I'm saying... I'm wearing my jammers too, bud. God dang it. Ugh. Honestly loving the vibe. Yeah, I'm done trying. I'm just gonna be now. Something that I have been doing that I want to encourage everybody to do with me, especially if you're having a hard time with confidence or anything, do you guys remember that show Third Rock from the Sun? Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Do you guys know that guy? He's a genius. He is very, very talented. He's an actor. He's been in a lot of things. If you look him up, you will definitely recognize him. He started this platform called Hit Record. And I just did my first submission to it today. And I think I'm going to start doing at least one voice acting submission per day on Hit Record. It would be very fun if somebody wanted to get super into it with me. No pressure if you don't want to. But if you're having trouble with confidence speaking, I think that going there and listening to other people talk and like trying to avoid the things that you don't like and do the things that you do like is like such a fun time. It's been phenomenal. I've only been listening so far. Today I made my first contribution. The only thing is they will own the sounds that you send to them. I'm fairly certain. So be careful of that. If that's something that you care about, I don't, because I'm using it just to get better at speaking. And I'm sure that it wouldn't be a big deal if I was to put that stuff in like a reel for voice work later on. But I'm Doxy there at Hit Record. If you guys want to see the submission that I made, listen to it. It was just like a short spoken word poem. It was 3 lines long. Maybe I can remember it. It was under cover of darkness they dance. Something and bold and beautiful. Nope, I don't remember it. I could just play it for you, actually. I had to save it to my desktop. Hold on. Let's listen. This is the submission I made. Under cover of darkness, they dance. Blissful and bold. Blissful. Beautiful. touched by the magic of moonlight. Yeah, being a female tenor rules. I'm a low voice. I'm a low femme. And I'm into it. I think that might be like my favorite. Not to say that high-pitched femme isn't pretty in its own right, because it totally is. I just really like being a low femme. Lou Chills, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's not my poem, for what it's worth. I just said it. They wanted people to voice act it. So I did. I want to be a tenor, stupid, high-pitched voice. Don't talk shit on your voice. You just got to find stuff in your register that feels good. I'm pretty sure that female tenors are pretty rare. So like it's like an unrealistic standard to hold yourself to. High-pitched voices are lovely. Look at like so wait, you're not zero doxy on there? I think I'm just doxy. No, I mean from a non-binary POV. Okay, gosh, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I did just assume that you were a female for some reason. I'm very sorry. Wait, was it zero doxy? Did I submit something else before? Because I've been looking at it for years, but like I just now, like literally right before stream when I was like waiting for some shit to happen. It looks like I made the Zero Doxy profile there a long time ago. Like a year ago. Huh. Well, thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I always feel weird when I listen to my voice in videos and stuff that I make. No, don't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. I mean, like, who am I to tell you how to feel or whatever? But I like voices. I like have a thing for voices. Oh, hey, we talking about hating our voices. What's up? I can relate. Sperry, you have such a pleasant voice. I feel like I'm not trying to shut anybody's feelings down, and you're allowed to feel insecure and like want to improve things about shit that you have going on with you that you aren't like maybe the biggest fan of or whatever. But like I just want you all to feel confident and cool about yourselves because you're all pretty cool. and voices are so unique and distinct, hey? They're really cool, and I really like to celebrate diversity, and I understand that celebrating diversity means something so fucking different in current year. I don't know what to say. I want you guys should get comfortable with your voices. Try to get comfortable with your voices. I think it's that I recognize that I change my voice depending on what I'm doing or who I am around, so it doesn't feel completely like myself. Blame it on the autism. I can understand that. I can for sure understand that. It took me a really long time to break the habit of, like, trying to sound girlier than I do. Does that make sense? I just want people to not reflexively go, oops, sorry, sir, and reply to having called me ma'am when I say hey back and they hear my voice. Oh, no. Yeah, I can imagine that is a sore spot. I don't envy that. I'm really sorry that that's something that you have to deal with. For what it's worth, I think that your voice is so pleasant. I want you to read me bedtime stories. I really, really love the sound of your voice, Barry. Yes, for me, it's kicking a customer service voice, which is ultra femme. Yeah, absolutely. Same. I used my customer service voice. Hold on. Here's a fun exercise. Let's go to my first ever YouTube video. It is a hot mess, but let's do this. Let's go live. You're going to see my disgusting desk for a moment. Oh, or not, or you won't. That's also fine. Please don't autoplay. Thank you. Okay. 1 second. It's my very first video of all time was a video on Evoland. I started a Let's Play of Evoland. Fucking hello? Why is it gone? It's gone. it's gone. I didn't delete it. Why is this happening? Whatever. We'll look at this one. It's only 7 minutes long.
Hello everybody, it's Zero Doxy, and I am going to be doing the third part of my Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery Let's Play here. Just gonna jump right in. Last time we discovered that a key had been lost in the Dreamland. See? Dream. So
you can tell that I'm just like trying to sound ultra femme. If it makes you feel any better, I fucking do not give a fuck anymore whatsoever. And I think that a big part of it is a lot of practice and a lot of just getting comfortable with things that I can't really change, right? You ever get a hold and you hear your voice sound like a sexy kind of raspy and you're like, damn, I want to sound like this all the time? Oh, yeah. I think that is a very relatable sentiment and like desire for a lot of people. It's just like it's hearing yourself but a little different, right? Okay. Are we ready to get back to work? I'm trans and hate every part of myself. I hate that you hate every part of yourself. I'm so sorry. I wish I could hug you right now if you like hugs. And if you don't like hugs, I'm so glad we're not hugging right now. Okay. All right. I am going to go ahead and get this going. Closed captions. Hell yeah. I can't tell if there's audio problems or if this is just so fucking quiet. Give me a second, guys. I'm so sorry.
Detective, good morning. If you're willing and able to and can responsibly and safely testify without a mask, we would ask that you do so. Thank you.
Okay, one moment. I'm so sorry, everyone. This might take a second. Yeah, Microsoft Edge is turned all the way up, so I think that means that I'm going to have to download a plugin. Sorry. Amplify volume extension Microsoft Edge. Volume booster. There we go. This'll do it. Get. Add extension. Beautiful. We can definitely close this Zero Doxy plays Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery. Okay. So now...
Go right ahead, Counsel.
Good morning. Could you please state your name for the record and spell both your first and last names?
Yes, it's Sabrina Sims, S-A-B-R-I-N-A, S-I-M-S.
How are you employed?
I am a detective with the Dane County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been employed in that capacity?
Can you guys hear it okay?
For 14 years.
And are you one of the 2 case detectives assigned to this case?
Yes, I am.
Oh, Sperry, don't watch it, please. I think that my cursor is in the middle of the screen the whole time. I recorded it with fraps.
Investigating a missing persons case. What are sort of just generally the steps that you go through as a detective?
Sure. So usually initially those are reported to deputies who we've already heard from. Based on the information they receive, we do follow-up interviews. Sometimes that leads us to...
Of course this would start happening right now. What in the bitch tits? What in the bitch ass tits? Why is this happening? Okay, go back to 100. Rewind.
Responsibly and safely testify without a mask, we would ask that you do so. Thank you. Go right ahead, guys.
Good morning. Could you please state your name for the record and spell both your first and last name?
Yes, it's Sabrina Sims, S-A-B-R-I-N-A-S-I-M-S.
How are you employed?
I am a detective with the Dane County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been employed in that capacity?
I've been a detective for 14 years.
And are you one of the 2 case detectives assigned to this case?
Yes, I am.
I just want to talk to you very briefly about how you go about investigating a missing person's case. What are sort of just generally the steps that you go through as a detective?
Sure. So usually initially those are reported to deputies who we've already heard from. Based on the information they receive, we do follow-up interviews. Sometimes that leads us to
I'm so frustrated. I'm sorry, guys. I should have 1,000,000%. I should have vetted this video. I apologize. How long until we get
Information to your investigation.
it's very important. The
Okay.
information we get early on leads us in certain directions sometimes.
Sometimes I feel like Mrs. Bean.
And other times it leads us in wrong directions. Usually in missing person cases, obviously, the first couple of days, the first hours that we
I'm here for
find
the
out
chaos.
information is
I'm
very
fucking
vital in
not.
where our investigation goes. Sometimes time is of the essence when we're locating people, children and adults alike.
Okay.
By the way, guys, I totally bought that fucking sweater pattern and we're doing it next. Just so you
At this
know.
point, I'm going to show you exhibits 40 through 43. Could you please identify exhibit 40?
Exhibit 40 is a USB drive, which includes media interviews.
And who is giving said media interviews?
Chandler Halderson.
And did you collect these from the various news stations in the course of your investigation?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Wait, which one? The
And,
ghosty one? Here, I'll link
exhibits
it to you.
41
I'll
through
link you the one
43,
that I got. I'm so
how
excited
would you
about it.
describe those?
Exhibit 41 is a transcript of a media interview that Chandler Halderson did with Channel 3000. Exhibit 42 is a transcript of a media interview with NBC 15 conducted by Chandler Halderson. And 43 is a transcript of a media interview with WKOW and Chandler Halderson.
And what date were these interviews given?
Hold on, I'm
July.
pausing. To be honest, I'm just glad I wasn't bored until after Branch Davidian. That was a shit show, and the media coverage would have been horrendous. I'm not super familiar. Fraps crashes like 3 minutes in, and you put the cursor. Then why are you watching his fairy? No. Bodies mutilated, decapitated, and skeeted on. High-speed car chases. Yeah, I recognize what street they... Oh, okay. Did not realize that it was an ICP lyric. I was like, what is this? Cult standoff. Yeah, totally. I don't know a lot about Waco. Like, I know what it is, but I don't know, like, a lot about it. Like, if I saw a dude's picture, I would be like, oh, that's the Waco guy. Like, I don't remember his name. Anyway, okay, I am going to go ahead and get our project on screen here. And we're going to get to crocheting. I'm sorry about my super extra messy desk all the time. That's the way crochet goes, I feel like. There's never enough room. Okay. Apply. Okay. All right. Are we ready? I think it's pronounced wacko. I just remember it as Waco. If I hear Branch Davidians, I need to take a moment to remember who they were. But if you say Waco, I'm immediately like, oh yeah, same Sperry for sure. I get the longer it goes on though, I feel like I connect the two better now than I used to. My car starter went out yesterday and I left it in GameStop parking lot. Just got it towed home, $40. Great guy. I pick up his trash. Also, hello, everyone. Welcome, James. I hope that you can get your car starter fixed cheaply and quickly. I'm so sorry. I just bought a brand new desk mat for streaming, and yesterday I already got fabric glue all over it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Cat lying under my jacket, stretched over my legs and purring softly. I mean, one of these days you're going to have to show us a picture, right, Kudo? Let's do the darkness of Nickelodeon. I am very, very scared of all of the repercussions that could come along with doing that. Okay. So, like, not just DMCA stuff. I can't access Discord. You don't have, like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like an Instagram, or you aren't willing to upload to Imager or anything? Okay. Can I get 3 readies in chat and then we will move forward? You work at GameStop? Nice. I've got a sweater that a friend made for me out of yak hair. Still won't tell me where he got the yak hair from, though. I imagine it was spun into a yarn and they bought it that way. Yak wool is not uncommon. Gotta go fix dinner. See you later. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, we got 3. We got 3 readies. Let's do this. I'm gonna back this up one more time. I'm so sorry to do this, but I was too caught up in tech issues and stuff. So,
and other times it leads us in wrong directions. Usually in missing person cases, obviously.
I feel like this is a good spot to start here.
The first couple of days, the first hours that we find out information is very vital in where our investigation goes. Sometimes time is of the essence when we're locating people.
Please yell at me if at any point I am not on screen here with my crochet. The audio is out. Yeah, it's just out of sync. I think that it's.
I'm going to show you exhibits 40 through 43.
Just like that, and I'm sure that since this was a live news coverage event,
could you please identify
that
exhibit
it will
40?
They'll fix it.
Exhibit 40 is a USB drive, which includes media interviews.
And who
But
is
it is
giving
just a
said
little
media
bit
interviews?
askew, which
Chandler
is
Halderson.
not fun.
And did you collect these from the various news stations in the course of your investigation?
Yes, we did.
Not your audio, the video. Yeah.
And exhibits 41 through 43, how would you describe those?
Exhibit 41 is a transcript of a media interview that Chandler Halderson did with Channel 3000. Exhibit 42 is a transcript
station?
of
What a bummer.
a media
How long
interview
ago
with
was this
NBC
Fanatical
15,
Fibers?
Conducted by Chandler Halderson.
Also, it's so good to keep seeing
And
you. Thank you so much for
43
coming by. When other
Is a
crafters
transcript
come
of
in, it
a
feels
media
so
interview
it
with
feels good. It makes me
WKOW,
feel like a part of something.
and Chandler
So
Halderson.
And what
Just
date
thank
were
you
these
guys for
interviews
being rad.
given?
July 8th, 2021.
At this time, I would move exhibit
It was last
40
summer.
into evidence and would ask to publish.
Any objection to its receipt?
well, I know when the murder took place. When did the trial take place? Are they fixing the audio? I'm having to reorient my brain to this case. It's still on the Thurston stuff we watched yesterday. Sorry. God, that one was fucking devastating. My mood was just lowered for the rest of the night thinking about that. It got to me thinking about the way that adults treated me when I was younger. Like, nobody fucking cared what I thought or felt. Nobody fucking cared. They only cared, like, what effect I had. Like, nobody cared how other stuff was affecting me. And I feel like I would have been a much more well-adjusted and productive adult.
Certain times during trials, it may come
anybody
to
would have
pass
just
that the parties
fucking
reach
listened to me.
agreements about
You know what I
facts.
mean? And I
And
feel like that's
this is
exactly what
done
happened to
for a
that poor
host of
kid, only he
reasons,
had a whole
and is always
host
appreciated
of really
because it means
dangerous
we don't
mental
have
health
to
problems
introduce those
going on
facts through
top of
witnesses
it.
and testimony. In this instance, at this moment, the district attorney and the attorneys for Mr. Halderson have stipulated or agreed to the existence of certain facts, and you must accept these facts as
Time is all
conclusively
loosey-goosey for
proved.
me right now. Yeah, that's
In this
fair enough
case,
for everyone.
the
COVID, like, just
district
destroyed
attorney
our
and defendant's
concept of
attorneys
time.
have stipulated to the following facts. The television news broadcasts presented as evidence.
I love this man in his
this
bow ties.
case,
I'm a big fan of
including
our
interviews
judge.
from
I am.
WISC TV Channel 3, WKOW Channel 27.
Seeing as he's a
and
white
NBC
boomer,
Channel
I'm
15
very scared
are
to go and
authentic
look at the things
recordings
that he
of the
thinks and
news
believes.
broadcasts. The person identified as an off-camera speaker
Because chances
in
aren't
these
good
news
that they're
broadcasts
great thoughts
as Chandler
and beliefs.
Halderson is, in fact, the defendant Chandler Halderson.
Hi, Sleep
I also
Ninja.
remind you, ladies and gentlemen,
In high school,
about
they just
the
presumed the kids were
instruction that I gave
exaggerating, making it
yesterday
up.
before we first
And when they were
saw
adults, they'd
a
move on or something.
recording.
Yeah, my mom
Recordings
started
are
to listen to
proper
me a little bit
evidence.
when I came
These
home
have
with
been
spaghetti all
closed
over
captioned for you, but
myself that
again,
day. Like, and
closed
she had to
captioning is
see
secondary.
the,
What you hear
the
is
spaghetti
the
stains on my
evidence.
clothes.
And I will remind you that if it appears anything has been redacted from these, those are redacted due to decisions made previously before trial. I'll also remind you that it is the statements that are heard on these videos from the defendant and his identified.
But it went back to
identity
normal
has been
real quick.
Stipulated as the speaker, that is the evidence that's being put forward to you here today.
I don't have my cannabis. I don't need it.
First one we're going to play is Channel 3000.
Not right this second.
Thanks for staying with us. Officials are still searching for this couple, Bart and Krista Halderson. Now, there are a lot of questions about the Dane County couple's disappearance that we are working to get some answers to, but tonight, police aren't saying much. And that led us to the couple's son, who says he's just as confused as investigators. Adam Duxter
Chandler
spoke
was
with that man
sentenced
today.
a week
He's
ago
here now with what
today.
he
Oh,
learned, Adam.
holy shit.
Well,
Okay.
Eric, Chandler Halderson lives with his parents in the village of Windsor and says
Thank you,
another
Quinn.
unknown couple picked them up early Friday morning before he was awake. And tonight we're left to wonder what happened to Bart and Krista Halderson.
Brett Schuster says his usually quiet street is busier than ever since last night.
I pulled in, there was a couple of
Cheese King,
sheriffs
that's
out there.
just as
Then
bad.
2 hours later, there's 3-4 detectives there. As we
Like,
saw
their
the
hearts are in
detectives
the
enter
right
house,
place,
that's
but,
where we
like,
knew there was
just
something
fucking
going on
just
inside
listen.
Bart's house.
Shortly after, the Dane County Sheriff's Office shared this photo of Bart and Krista Halderson. Police say the couple had planned to go to their cabin in Langlade County. Their son, Chandler, asked not to be shown on camera,
Ugh,
but he
Mothman,
told us he
I'm
didn't
so
see his parents
sorry.
leave and added they didn't drive themselves.
They were picked up by their friends, who I never got the name of, and I assumed it was someone I was aware of. The close neighbors of theirs up the street, or their best friends down on the east side. So that's what I assumed. I never really asked any further.
Chandler says he assumed his parents had turned off their phones to avoid roaming charges. And it wasn't until after the holiday weekend ended that he got nervous.
Because this weekend it was packed. I get that. Packed. Maybe the weather wasn't great for messaging.
Tonight, Dane County Sheriff's Office says there are too many unanswered questions to say anything, while Langlade County Sheriff's Office wouldn't confirm they're helping in a search.
God,
Police
boomers are
instead
just the
spending
fucking
today
worst.
interviewing neighbors, like Brett Schuster
I'm sorry,
himself.
all of
The
you. I'm
shocked.
sorry.
I mean, it's odd, though. Everything that seems, it's odd and shocking that, you never expect or anticipate seeing something that, especially that close to your house. I hope everything works out and it's just a misunderstanding with communication and comes pulling in the driveway any minute.
And Chandler Halderson says for his parents to leave, even with another person, does happen from time to time. But he tells me another family member went to that cabin to check out cell service and was able to get through.
Well, hopefully we'll get some answers soon. Adam Duxter reporting. Adam, thank you.
Oh, they're using VLC. Best media player.
The second
I
video
love
of
VLC.
Exhibit 40 is NBC 15.
The search continues for this couple, Krista and Bart Halderson. They live near DeForest. They were reported missing yesterday. NBC 15's Elise Ramos joins us live from the Dane County Sheriff's Office Northeast Precinct.
I have to turn this down
Elise,
a little bit.
you
He's
spoke
like
with their
yelling
son
in my
and
ears.
people
I'm
in the
sorry,
Haldersons'
guys.
neighborhood.
Yeah, John, the Halderson son says that he helped his parents pack up the night before their trip to their cabin in Langlade County.
I think it's
He
just the
hasn't seen them
clipping is
since.
telling me that it's hurting my ears, even though it's not really that loud.
And Tuesday afternoon, I got a little worried.
Chandler Halderson says his parents, Krista and Bart, were getting picked up by friends that Friday. They were planning to be at the cabin over the 4th of July weekend.
Apparently, they did make it. I got a text on Sunday.
Halderson says after that text, he began getting worried when his calls to his mom went directly to voicemail.
That's when I got worried, and I went to make a report.
Halderson says his aunt went to the
Why did
cabin
the
on
news
Tuesday,
only name
but did
Chandler?
not
Because it was
find
only
anyone
Chandler
there.
that was responsible,
Shocked.
as far as we know.
It's odd. The whole thing is just odd.
Brett Schuster lives next door to the Haldersons.
You know, this is typically a quiet neighborhood. You usually would never see anything like this or
Oh, because
anticipate or
Chandler was the
expect
one
to
that
hear something
lived
like
with
this.
them.
One of Halderson's biggest
And
concerns
is the one that
who
would have
his
like
parents
no.
were with when they left.
I get what you mean. I
They
get
went
what you
with
mean.
their friends, but I didn't ask who their friends were, so I'm still not really sure.
While law enforcement searches for answers, the community is hoping for the Haldersons' safe return.
I hope everything works out and this, lost communication, they're up north and they pull in any minute. So thoughts and prayers to them and hope everything's fine.
I called the Langlade County Sheriff's Office today for information, and they told me that the Dane County Sheriff's Office is leading this investigation. I'm waiting to hear back from Dane County on whether or not deputies did a welfare check at that cabin in Langlade County. In DeForest, Elise Ramos, NBC 15 News.
That kind of stuff has happened, Darla Rosa.
Finally, a clip from WKOW.
I always want to call you Darling Rosa
Authorities
because
are
you're
still
darling
searching
to
for
me.
a Windsor couple who have not been seen in days. 50-year-old Bart Halderson and his wife, 53-year-old Krista, were supposed to travel north last week and return home on Tuesday.
But their son tells Tony Galley his parents' whereabouts are unknown.
Bart and Krista Halderson of Windsor had plans for the 4th.
Their plans were going up with their friends and do some minor repairs on our cabin.
That cabin is some 3 hours away from Windsor on a lake in a small community in Langlade County.
Did you literally see them pulling out of the driveway heading out?
No.
Their son, Chandler Halderson, who asked to be off camera, says whoever his parents were traveling with from this neighborhood were to do the driving. He says he received a text from his mother.
She got back to me on Sunday, said they made it safely.
That's the last he's heard from his parents. Neighbor Brett Schuster's reaction to the Haldersons' disappearance.
Just me. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Wow. My wife is pretty shook up too.
We care about
very
you here.
nice
This is
couple,
your new
very
home,
nice
okay?
family.
Detectives now go door to door here, while sheriff's personnel here in Dane County are checking for any and all
I'm your
information.
new mom.
The missing couple's son says
And
law
I'm keeping you
enforcement
all to
in
myself.
Langlade County has checked on
I
the
promise to not
family's
parade
cabin
you in front of my
and
friends
he
like a
says
trophy.
That visit only adds to the mystery.
The sheriff said it looked
Found family is the best family.
there wasn't anyone home.
Family and friends hope the Haldersons' unexpected extended time away is just that, and not a sign they're in trouble.
Okay, I'm going to turn it back up now.
Windsor, Tony Gallo,
Apologies.
27 News.
No further questions at this time.
Any cross-examination?
Oh shit, sorry, one sec.
Thank you. Detective, you can return back to the table. And the next witness, please.
State's gonna call Mary
Never
Sesto.
mind. I'm a fucker. Sorry, y'all. We really need to spell the myth that you can't pick your family. Yeah, I've cut off most of my family. I don't fucking care if I ever see half of them ever again. I don't care. And they know it.
Without your mask would be our preference if you would.
Sure, I can do that.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
I do know that you work in healthcare, though, so if you feel more comfortable, you are allowed to leave it.
Okay, no, I understand. Thank you.
Okay.
It's up to you.
I appreciate it.
Good morning. Could you please state your first and last name for the record and spell?
I'm sorry. I just want to address that briefly. Did she really just say, I understand that you do work in healthcare, so if you're more comfortable, as if the person who works in healthcare's knowledge might not be like what we should be going on instead of what the judge wants? In regards to a pandemic? It's almost like listening to a failed con man double impeached president over what doctors say. Almost like that. Sorry, our justice system is fucking bullshit. I'm angry. I hate boomers.
Sesto.
Ms. Sesto, how are you employed?
I work at the University of Wisconsin in the Department of Medicine.
And did you know two individuals by the name of Bart and Krista Halderson?
Yes.
How did you know them?
Oh, we've been friends since Mitchell was a baby, so 25 years.
Is it too quiet? Sorry. God, I wish they would just get their shit together, maybe.
During that 25 years.
It's also echoing a little bit.
Did you ever know Bart and Krista to go gambling?
No.
Tell me about their alcohol usage.
When we were with them, we would have wine with dinner, beer, but they weren't heavy drinkers.
But Doxy,
Did
we
you
are
ever
the
know them to
boomers.
drink tequila or gin?
No.
We don't ever have to tell anyone, Sperry. I look young and your face
Bart
is still
fairly
hidden.
well.
We don't ever have to
Was
tell
Bart one
anyone.
to have large amounts of cash lying about?
No.
You kind of smiled. Can you explain that?
So Bart's a CPA. He was our accountant. I'm stereotyping CPAs, but he was very conservative with his money. Undoubtedly, he bought good quality things for around the house, but it wasn't like he went out to eat at expensive restaurants or bought really expensive bottles of wine. He was conservative with his money.
All right. He's mindful. And you're married, correct?
Yes.
And was your husband also friends with the
I've been called
Haldersons?
for a witness as a thing.
And
It
in
sucks.
fact, did you guys
My
do
voice
things
was
together
shaking
as
the whole
families and
time.
couples?
Yes.
I was like
What
11.
sort of things did you guys do?
Oh, watched
My mom was narcissistic,
Badger,
manipulative,
Packer
and
football
neglectful. I haven't talked
games.
to her in
We,
over a decade. Best decision
would go
for
to
me.
the
Yeah,
terrace.
I'm
We'd
your
gone
mom
to their
now.
Cabin. My husband would.
And you made the right
help
decision, and I'm proud of
close his
you.
Cabin, pretty much every year except for COVID, during COVID. So, I mean, yeah, I guess just general. During COVID, we would hang out at bonfires. So.
Okay. I want to talk to you a little bit about the cabin. How many times do you think you'd been to the cabin?
I think I've been there 2, possibly 3 times. I don't.
And did you, and was it usually with your husband as well?
Yes, yep, the 4 of us.
Did you both ride in the same car with Krista or something, and Bart or something else?
No, we would take our own vehicles.
Can you explain that a little?
Sure. When we went up to the cabin with them for the weekend, well, backing up, Bart didn't leave a lot of equipment at the cabin. So what he had at the house, so if we were going to be using a chainsaw or cleaning up stuff, he would have to take stuff with him in the car, plus food. I mean, really not a lot was left at the cabin, all their clothes. So there's no way the 4 of us would have fit in their Subaru or my car, or my husband's car, with all our stuff. So we always took separate cars when we went up there as couples.
Was Bart pretty tight in his packing?
Yeah, he packed well. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yes.
Did Krista have any habits of communicating to you or to anybody else, to your knowledge, when they were going to the cabin?
Yeah, so I know like they had gone to the cabin earlier in June, and we knew about that. I had texted her to have fun at the cabin, or I hope they had a nice time. But typically we would
know when they were going to be gone.
Kyle,
not always,
I'm
but typically,
so
yes.
sorry.
Okay.
I really hope that it pans out for you super soon. I'm not very
were they more planned sort of individuals,
optimistic
or were they more kind of fly by the seat of your pants sort of individuals?
about wage stagnation and so on and so forth.
Would you have considered them cautious?
But I
in
am
the sense
hopeful.
of making sure somebody would know where they were going if they were planning to be up at the cabin out in the middle of the woods?
Yes.
Vote local. Pay attention to what's going on locally. Vote. Like use your right to vote.
Yes.
Do it.
If Krista was going to be going away and leaving Chandler,
do a lot of research
for
and
a
vote.
period of time, do you know if she did anything in preparation for that?
Objection. Speculation Foundation.
Perhaps lay more foundation. I'll
Hell yeah, just me, please. By all means, you are
Were you
always
aware of
always
some of
welcome.
Krista's
Yeah, like Bumble
practices
Kitty
as a
Source
parent?
said.
Yes.
Did she do anything specific if she was going to be away with regarding food for Chandler?
She would prepare food, to my knowledge, for Chandler, for the boys, if they were going to be gone.
That's really
Do you
sweet
have any
that she
specific
did
knowledge
that.
as to their practice concerning the dogs in the cabin?
So the cabin's very dog friendly. So they, to my knowledge, they typically took the dogs with them. When we went with them, they would bring their dogs as well. The last time we were there, it was just one dog, but they would bring the dog with them. So.
Okay, so the jury got to see a video, kind of a long video yesterday of the cabin, and it looks like there's a lot of property. Okay, so places a dog could run and
swim, and yes.
Okay. How often do you know anything about Krista's habits about keeping in touch with her children?
Yes.
What do you know?
So when we have been out with them, Krista typically texted. I don't know.
This poor
if
woman
it
is the
was
best friend,
Mitchell once he
right?
moved out and away from college, but I know when Chandler was living with them that she would text them. She was always in contact with her boys. We would arrive at the cabin, and even though we drove in certain cars, she would be texting them when she got there.
Hi, Sappy. How are you? It's good to see you.
Krista was a very doting parent. I just don't know of a time where, when she was with us, that she was ever out of contact with the boys.
And being up in the cabin, did you generally have cell reception?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is that okay? Yes. Did you? How did you learn that Bart and Krista were missing?
So a police officer called me on Wednesday in the afternoon to say that Chaz had reported them missing.
Yeah, I hope so too, Bumble. If
recall,
not,
there were several conversations.
we'll
that
see you
day, but if I
later.
recall correctly, asking
We'll be
about
here.
if I knew about the cabin. I remember saying that we knew how to get. My husband knew how to
No
get
stress.
there, so if they needed him to give him the directions, but it was through the police officer, and then go ahead.
No, you're fine. What, if anything, did you do once you learned that they were missing?
Yeah, I texted Chaz and I emailed Mitchell.
Okay.
To offer support.
Dead Bad
see
Robots
what
Die.
I could
It's good to
do.
see you. How are you?
Offered to bring
That's my IRL friend
Chaz
Tony.
food because again, knowing
My
Krista,
IRL
that she
friend
had left him a set amount of
Seth
food.
and
At least that's been my
April
experience.
and
So
Stuart
we offered
and
to bring him
Henrietta
food down to
and
the house.
Gregory.
And did he take you up on that offer?
He elected to come up to our house.
Everybody say hi.
And where do you live in connection to
I'm so
the?
sorry. This is the Chandler
4595
Halderson murder
Oak Springs
trial.
Circle
He
address.
murdered his parents.
So just
he was
up
found
the
guilty
hill
a week
from them. So
ago.
about-
Or, well, he
You guys
was
are neighbors.
sentenced a
Yes.
week ago today.
And then do you remember? Was it July 7th that Chandler came over for dinner?
Is that Wednesday, July 7th?
Yes.
Getting the docs and zero doxy. I'm such a fucking clumsy piece of shit.
Tell me
I'm
about
so
that
sorry.
night. Do you remember about what time Chandler arrived?
I like
it was
people to
probably
know that I know
somewhere
who
around
they are and that I
7:45
love them.
p.m. if I
That
remember
and that bites me
And
in
how
the
did the
ass.
evening begin?
My feelings do not matter as much as
Just,
somebody's
you know,
safety
we
and
expressed how sorry
their
we were, how
feelings and
worried we were
about
what
like
could
how
we
I
do
behave.
to
You know what I
help.
mean?
We did talk about police going to the cabin. So do you want me to state what Chandler said at this point, or
Your
how?
kitty stole your spot?
No, you're fine.
Little bastard.
Was your husband? You said
It's
we.
a cat's
Was
world.
the
We're
we
just
your
living in
husband?
it.
My husband was there.
Okay.
For most of it.
Was he there for the entire evening?
No, he ran to grab pizza. But it was.
And was that
Connection
pretty
is
early
struggling.
on?
I accidentally
probably
said your name
20,
out loud like a
30
fuckhead.
minutes,
I'm taking
I'm guessing,
responsibility
after
for that.
Chandler got
Then
there
I
because we didn't
apologized
order the
for
pizza
saying your
until
name and
it
tried to
was at
throw
our
everybody
house.
off the
What
scent
did you
by
and
saying
Chandler
a
do
bunch
while
of
your husband
names
was out getting the pizza?
because I'm.
We talked. By that point, there were things that were said that just didn't align with the couple that I knew. So I went out into the kitchen to just put some distance because I was just a bit uncomfortable.
Okay. Let's back up a little bit. You said that you started to feel uncomfortable and some things were said that didn't line up.
Mm-hmm.
What was said?
So Chandler was actually trying to be very assuring that that they had taken a large roll of cash. They wanted to blow off some steam. They were going to go gamble. That they had taken a tote of booze with gin and tequila in it, which were not, as I mentioned, alcohol.
You are not an idiot.
So, and that they drove with another couple. So those things just.
One and one were not equal.
No, that it's just it wasn't the people I knew.
Okay. So you said you went to the kitchen. Why did you go to the kitchen?
Because he was just the things he was saying. He was just very what I perceived as, just emotionally flat. Just I don't know. I was uncomfortable. So when my husband left, I stepped into the kitchen.
So some people are kind of emotionally
Right.
flat, and that's just kind of how they present. Was that Chandler most of the time?
Not to that extent. So
I'm
like
a little.
that evening when
I'm
he
going
was
to
at our
pause
house
really
and he
quick and talk about
the dogs
this
and how
project that I'm doing.
He was frustrated. That,
I'm a little bit frustrated. I feel like my stitches. It's going to be fixed in blocking, but it's kind of hard because my stitches are all like slanting and it's making it look like they are not like where they're supposed to be, even though they are. I'm frustrated with it and I'm really sorry if I have to count extra. I know that I already have to count extra because of my untreated ADD, but I just apologies. I know that it's kind of annoying. I beg of you your patience in this trying time. So you just watch court TV while you crochet? Not always. Sometimes we watch ghost stuff. We did an entire segment. I don't always crochet either. We did an entire thing on illness fakers. The lady that we covered, she just recently got banned off of TikTok for trying to grift people. We also, what was I don't know. We anything that's like creepy or macabre or disturbing. We covered a YouTube lady who was stalking another YouTube lady. That one was very crazy. That one was nuts. Grift. She told people that she was very ill and dying and took donations from them, even though she was very not ill and not dying. Should do this. The one about the lady who faked being in the building on 9/11. That's a really good idea, Cheese King. Anyway, yeah. Right now I'm just trying to build up inventory for a shop that I will be selling the pieces that I create on stream in a shop so that viewers can buy them because people have expressed interest in that. And I like money. That's not true. I hate money, but I really like having it. I just feel like as a parent, if your kid is an adult and lying like that, wouldn't you do something? But what could you even do? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, let this be a fucking warning to you that if you don't do anything, you might end up fucking dead and burned in your own fireplace. It's so sad. I think that a lot of why he skirted through so much of this, you guys, I saw you guys talking about it. Part of it is like a healthy amount of denial that all parents have because they love their kids and they want to believe them. another part of it was the lengths that he was willing to go to make his lies look believable, because he faked huge email chains for weeks. When he would start a lie that he was going to college, he would start a fake email chain with a fake person under an email that he created, right? And then he would be able to show that to his parents and say, look, like, would I have this if I was lying? Stuff like that. She was dying of not having a car. That's true. Oh, geez. Okay. If I could just see 3 readies in chat, we'll go ahead and continue. I'm sorry to break there. I just wanted to keep you guys in the know about why I am struggling a little bit with stitch counts and stuff. I'm really sorry. That would be more of a unhealthy level of denial. It got them killed. Fun pun, I guess, but I feel like everybody wants to believe the people that they love. Especially their children, right? Back from cooking? Welcome back. I have 1 ready. Can I just get 2 more? We all want to believe. Mulder said it. Yo. Ugh, I get fucking chills thinking about him under hypnosis saying, I want to believe. It makes me cry every time I see it too.
Expressed concern that
I
the
got
dogs
misty
had been
thinking
locked out in the garage during the whole time that the detectives, the police were there, and he got, you know,
David
emotional
Duchovny is
that
a hell
they
of an
deserve
actor.
that.
Like
They shouldn't be out there.
he's
So
a
it's-
really good
it was
actor.
more
He's
so
underrated.
than when he spoke about his parents, that I more emotionally flat, and
So he got more emotional over the dogs.
He's
than
also
his
weirdly
mom and
hot.
Dad being missing.
yes, yes, when he talked about the dogs, there was more emotion.
Why do you move into the kitchen?
He's like
just
R-rated.
I just felt uncomfortable. I wanted to be. I want me
that
to
other
be
one that I
between the door
fucking
and
love,
him.
Nathan Fillion.
And again, he did not do anything that
He's a great actor.
was,
X-Files had a really good cast.
physically, concerning. I just was uncomfortable because what he was saying, it was not making sense to me.
Okay, so you put yourself between him and the door.
Correct.
And when you say door, I am
Front door.
assume the front door, the door to go outside.
Yep.
Okay. What sort of things do you and Chandler discuss once you're in the kitchen?
I don't recall that we had a lot of discussions specific.
Yeah,
only in the kitchen. We kept
you're not wrong,
light.
Loke. Also,
it was. I really
no,
don't
you're just
recall
right. I don't know where I was
that
going with that.
occurred
I was just
there.
going to comment that like
when
once
my
he
husband
got
came back,
another
and
show,
again,
once he
I
got
don't remember if it was
Californication,
before
I
he
feel
left,
like
when he
people
came
were just
back,
like,
we talked
oh,
about- he
we
said
like
that Krista
wasted
had
this
texted
guy's
him
youth by
on
not putting him
Sunday.
in other shit.
And again, I'm sorry, I just don't
Whoops.
remember that occurred before my
Sure.
husband left for
No,
pizza
that's okay.
or when he came back. But I was just, it was, that's not, I couldn't believe that. If they had left on Friday, I've never, ever known her in 25 years, once the boys were old enough, that she was out of contact.
I
for
think
that
Nathan
length of
Fillion
time.
got all the recognition he
Did
deserved.
you and
I,
Chandler
like,
have
not
any
to say that I don't
discussions
want more
about
and
phones?
many great things for him.
Oh, yes,
but I don't
yes.
think he's underrated. I think people know how great
So,
Nathan Fillion is.
I
Hi,
was
nice
trying to
Jub Jubs. How are
reassure
you?
him
It's good to see you.
Don't worry. Because in my brain at that point, I'm thinking they're in a car wreck on the side of the road. Something like that happened.
Did they just say he killed
And
the
so
dogs? I
said
don't think he
that,
did
"Don't
kill
worry,
the
they can
dogs.
track their phones. They can look at where the location of the phone is, and hopefully that will find them." And his comment was, "No, they can't do that."
Okay. And how did he say that?
Fillion starred in a
very
lot of
flat. They
stuff.
can't do that.
He starred in a ton of stuff. He was like the star of a bunch of stuff.
Did you talk at all about Chandler's medical concerns at that time?
Yes, so he had mentioned that because
I don't
of his concussion.
I don't love hearing that about Nathan
It
Fillion.
wasn't clear if he had the CAT scan or was scheduled for the CAT scan.
Hanging in there,
but
Nix.
that
Thanks
there
for
was
asking.
going to be a large deductible with that. And then I made the comment, and I don't know if this will make sense, but I made the comment, well, you'll be getting that large paycheck from American Family. So not exactly what you wanted to go to, but at least you have those resources. And so we had been told that Chandler had roughly a 6-month position with American Family.
I'm with you, Zombie
that progressed
Broccoli.
from an internship to a paid position.
Whenever they kill the animals, I'm always just like trash monster.
And
Life
then he made the
sentence. Let's go.
that something along the lines that didn't work out, or that's not going to happen. And I was really uncomfortable with things that were being said prior to that. But that
Technically,
was,
humans are
remember,
animals,
thinking,
so yeah, but
I
they're
just
the
need him
worst
to leave
ones.
now, because nothing. This I don't believe anything
Besides
he
guinea
said.
pigs.
At any point that evening,
Darla Rosa
were you
gets
able
it.
to observe
We don't
Chandler's
even purr.
Oh, yes.
Specifically, his big toe.
His big toe. He had asked, and this is towards the
I
end
can
of the
forgive
evening
murder,
when
but
he was
animal
there,
abuse
that,
is too far.
he
Thank
had
you. I'm
hurt-
sick of
cut-
pretending.
There was a cut on his toe from some broken glass of from the fireplace. He said that the dogs, they were playing ball
You're
downstairs.
okay,
and
Hacks,
the
Matt.
dog
Don't
ran
worry
in and
about
broke
it at
the
all.
fireplace glass. And so he wanted me to look at his toe. So he took off his shoe and sock and sort of bent over.
I
and
loved Nathan
was showing me
Fillion
the
in
bottom of his
Santa
foot, the
Clarita
bottom of his
Diet.
toe.
I loved him in Santa
I mean, there
Clarita
was
Diet.
a small cut there.
How big would you say that cut was?
I don't know, small was more than just a puncture, but probably like less than 1/8 of an inch, little round area. It wasn't, yes.
And you had talked to him about the CAT scan, and you said you work at the medical school. What's your
What would
job?
the world
So
be like
I'm
if
a
dolphins
researcher.
had the most
so I'm
power?
also
Probably
I'm a
wetter.
physical therapist, but I haven't practiced clinically for a couple decades. So
Man's cousin.
How was
stop.
Chandler's movement
Fine.
during the evening at your house?
fine. I noticed no.
Objection.
Oh,
Can we approach?
Okay.
Agree, Cheese King. Huge agree. I couldn't get into that show, which sucks because I love Drew. I'm the other way around. I'm not a huge Drew Barrymore fan. Not that like I don't hate her or anything. I just like she ruins my immersion a lot of the time. Just like being Drew. Like I look at her and I see Drew Barrymore. I don't see the character that she's supposed to play. Does that make sense? Does that come out right? Anyway, yeah. But I loved Santa Clarita Diet. Like, I loved it. I feel like she was less her in that. What a terrible thing to say, because I like her as a person and I hope good things happen for her. I just typically don't really like her in movies. She has a specific style that permeates everything, which is a style that I love as a person, but like as an actor, that's too recognizable and that like that it pulls me out of stories. That's called bad acting. I don't necessarily agree with that. But she does play a type role most of the time. Huge agree. She is very typecast. Dolphins couldn't pollute the oceans if they wanted to, and they can most certainly be creepy little sex pests. It's true. Dolphins 100% will drown humans raping them.
Could you describe how Chandler moved the evening he was at your house on July 7th of 2021?
Oh, no.
So I did not.
I did too many.
So as an
Frog,
example, when
rip
he
it,
asked
rip
me
it.
to look at his foot, he was seated in a
Like
chair.
Nicolas Cage.
He bent fully forward, pulled his.
He's
foot
not really
up,
acting. That's just
turned
how he
his
is.
head
I
so we
actually,
could both look at the bottom of
I
his
really
foot.
like Nick Cage. I think that he does a
didn't
really
see
phenomenal
any
job a lot of the
restrictions
time.
in his motion during that, which
And I think that he takes
full
very
spine
cool
motion for him
projects.
to do. I do not recall.
I
any
genuinely loved him
restrictions
in
in
that
his
FNAF
movement or
ripoff movie. I
at any
loved
other
him
time
in
in
it.
the evening.
Okay.
Sorry, J-Rod. I'm just very naughty.
No further questions.
Cross-examination?
I could smell the bubbles.
Good morning, Miss Esto.
Good morning.
So I'm going to sit here just for the mic situation. Can you hear me just fine?
Oh, I'm fine. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. A couple questions for you. How long would you say that you've known Brett and Krista Halderson?
The difference between this case and
I think
last one
25
is
years.
so
I
far I
believe
have
it
no
was when
empathy for this
Mitch-
kid. I definitely have
I
empathy
think it
for
was
this kid,
after
but I
Mitch
have
was
empathy for
born
everyone.
That we met him through another neighbor.
I definitely have a lot more for the previous
And
kid.
in that time, I'm going to assume
Willy's
that
Wonderland, is that what it was
you
called?
Had a lot of
I
one-on-one
could not
time
tell
with
you the
Krista.
title of it, but I can tell you that I watched it.
yes,
and
I mean,
it was a very
yes,
fun watch. It was
Krista and
not
Bart. I mean, we
amazing
did
cinema,
a
but it
lot
was a
with
fun
them
movie.
as a couple.
So as a couple, you hung out a lot.
Don't get me wrong, both are terrible, but I empathized with
Mm-hmm.
the other kids' issues. Yeah, I agree.
and
Sleep Ninja, I'm with you.
How often would you say that you
I
had
feel
one-on-one
way
time
less bad
with
for this kid
Chandler?
than
Just
the last
one-on-one.
but I still do feel like I can't imagine
know,
he's
like, when we
loving
would
life
stop
right now,
over
and I
at
can't
their
just turn
home,
off the empathy I feel for him.
Krista
You know,
would want, during COVID, Chandler to come out, say hi, catch us up on what
I
was
hate
new
it
in
when
his
people
life, but I
say
think
that like
they were typically
they'll get what's
always-
coming to them,
Bart and
or
Krista
this
were
is
always
what you
there.
deserve, or whatever.
Sorry,
There
I'm just
is
going
no
back
giving somebody what they deserve
Yeah, I
when
think as we
murder
hung
is
out,
involved. There is no
like
justice.
we
You
were
cannot
together
bring
over
people back.
Thanksgiving. I
You
would
cannot
chat
undo
with
any of that
Chaz
trauma. There is no such
but there were
thing
other
as
people in the
justice for
room.
that.
So
there is
yeah, I
only
can't think of a time where it
moving
was just
forward.
me and him in a room.
And
this was probably
nobody
the first time that you
deserves
did
to
have
get
that kind of
killed.
interaction with
An
Chandler.
eye for an eye is
Yes.
not justice.
And
Punishment
would
is
you say
not
the same thing about
justice.
interactions with Mitchell?
It's the shittiest shit I've ever heard. It's such a
So,
dumb,
yes, I
broken,
mean- So you
never
backwards
really had one-on-one
mindset to
interaction.
have.
Oh, that's what I'm sorry.
Hydrate.
Yes,
I will
that's
do
right.
that for you. One moment.
Um,
Thank you very much for looking
as far
after
as
me.
the small cut on
Appreciate
the
you.
toe, did you notice anything unusual about it? The way that you described it was just a small cut.
I mean, yeah, look, yes. I mean, it wasn't, I was looking for, Chaz was concerned about signs of infection, anything like that. So I was looking for redness, oozing. It was, I said if it continued to be
Agreed,
problematic,
Cheese
you
King.
could go and get it checked out. But
Do
I
not
didn't
find
notice
that
anything
funny. I do not like.
other
I've
than he had
never liked those jokes.
bigger than a puncture wound. On the
I'm
bottom
always
of
just like, you are inhumane, and I do not like you
And I
anymore.
assume you didn't notice any other types of cuts or anything that would have been concerning to you.
No, I didn't. I just looked at the
What are
bottom
you
of his
thinking
foot.
of watching next? I'm not entirely
you also
sure yet.
testified about Chandler working at American Family Insurance.
Yes.
That information was provided to you by Krista, correct?
No, I think the first time I heard of the company was when Bart, Krista, Chaz, and my husband and I were standing outside, and they had talked about he had done an internship and had gotten a paid position, but they were trying to get the payment set up. And someone asked who was the company, and so that's when it was said American
Yeah,
Family.
I get you, Sleep Ninja.
So I think
get
that's
you
the first time I
fully.
heard it. It was all of us together, and I don't remember who actually said it was American Family.
Okay. And was that the first time that you heard of this job?
But it took my lips
I had
when
heard
it
that he had
always
been doing
found out,
some
oh, I'm so
internships,
sorry to
but
hear.
that it had been sort of progressed to a paid position.
And then the
Well,
last
thank you
time,
for
if
not
will,
killing
that you heard
her.
about This job was when you
Thank
and
you
Chandler were
for that.
in your home in the kitchen.
The next time I heard about it, yes.
All right. No further questions for you. Thank you.
Any redirect?
Yes. You said that there were times that Krista would have Chandler come outside and catch you up during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of things did Chandler catch you up on?
Just it was mainly that night when they talked about the job. I know there was a time when he had moved back in that we chatted. It wasn't a lot of, I guess, catching up.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
May this witness be released and excused.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good remainder of your day. And the next witness, please.
State of Wisconsin calls Kevin Linsmeyer to the stand.
Okay, so the judge isn't anti-mask, or else he would not be wearing a mask in there. Guaranteed. So it is like something. It is about clarity or something. I just wish they would say, instead of being like, it is our preference that you take your mask down. Like, why? Just say why. Just say why really quick one time.
If you are willing and believe
Oh,
you can do so safely
just
and
me. Sorry, we're a
responsibly,
Tilda family.
testifying without a mask would
You
be
got to do the squiggly that's in the top left of your keyboard.
Good morning.
But
Could you
also
please
it's just
state your name for the record and spell both your
discord.gg/fart
first and
slide.
last names?
Yes.
Pro
my name
mask,
is
pro
Kevin
bow tie.
Linsmeyer. First name is spelled Kevin. Last name is spelled Linsmeyer.
I love the way this guy talks.
And
Who is he? He's
Mr.
reminding me of
Linsmeyer.
somebody.
How have you been employed in the past?
I was employed by the Madison Police Department.
Shit.
As what?
Police officer and a detective
And how long were you a police officer and detective?
for 31 years.
And
He is reminding me
do you remember
so
roughly
much of
when you
somebody, and I
retired?
can't think of who
On
it
May
is.
3rd, 2021.
But it makes me instantly love him. So
And where
it's
do you
probably
live?
somebody that I
I
care
live at
about.
105 Oak Springs Circle in DeForest, Wisconsin.
And where is 105 Oak Springs Circle in relation to the Halderson home?
He looks like an
it's
owl
across
a
the
little
street
bit.
from my
He-
house.
yeah, he reminds me a lot of
Kitty
the owl
corner a
from
little
Animal
bit.
Crossing,
So,
hey?
I mean, the lots do not line up perfect, but they're staggered just a little bit, but we are across the street from the Halderson residence.
It's driving me
And
crazy. It's not
did you
Eugene
know
Levy. I
Krista
do
and
love
Bart
Eugene Levy,
Halderson?
though.
I did.
How did you know
Schitt's
them?
Creek was amazing.
So let's talk about Bart first. I've known Bart since childhood. He's from my hometown. He went to the same high school as I. We grew up 5 minutes apart or so. And then I met Bart again about 5 years ago when he moved across the street from me. And then Krista, I met through Bart. Krista was Bart's wife, and that's when I met her.
And would you just characterize your relationship with
Sorry.
them as neighbors?
It
or
really
were you
cuts down on the amount of
friendly, or
bots that are in
something
there
else?
that we have that
We were
10-minute
neighbors. We went out to eat with them once.
prerequisite. I'm sorry.
3 years
just
ago,
me.
probably, or so. I mean, we visited.
It helps a
outside
lot,
as
or else
neighbors
I would
do.
not bother.
So I would say we're very neighborly.
Okay. And in the first week of July of 2021, what, if any, observations did you make about the Halderson home or lawn?
It's fine. It builds
So,
suspense. I love your attitude.
The first week of July, I recall.
No,
talking to
not
my
Martin
wife
Sheen
about
either.
That the Halderson lawn wasn't kept up, which was very unusual. They did a really nice job maintaining their lawn. Very good gardeners, and it was obvious that the lawn wasn't being cared for. So that was the first observation that we made.
Gardening was kind of a hobby for Bart, or at least you thought it was.
That's
They
Eugene
were
Levy,
regularly
Cheese King.
working on their lawn, planting, maintaining their plants. That was one of their hobbies. You could clearly tell they enjoyed being outside and working on their lawn.
And I heard that's a little bit competitive on your street, that everybody
is.
takes a lot of pride in their landscaping and lawn.
Yes.
Every day is a school
As
day.
of July 7th or so of 2021, had you ever met anybody named Chandler Halderson?
I did.
Okay. And when did you meet him?
Shortly after Bart and Krista moved into the house, I know for sure I met Chandler and his brother and Bart and Krista. Then I remember
It's driving me up the fucking wall. I'm racking
and
my
I'm
brain.
pretty sure there was at least one more time in subsequent years that I have met Chandler.
This is the most Midwest testimony
Generally
I've ever heard
speaking,
for
though,
sure.
did
Fanatical
you
fibers.
socialize with Chandler?
It's such a bummer how much people
Did
fuck with
Chandler
their
come
lawns.
to
Just
your home on
let it
July
go.
8th of
Just let it do the thing
Yes.
that brings the bees, okay? Just
Do you
let
have any
it.
security
Just
cameras
let it.
of any sort at your house?
I have a Ring video on the front door of my entrance of house.
Nope, that's not it, Quinn.
So,
I
do you
appreciate
remember
you
what
guys
time
trying
did
to
Chandler
help
come to
me.
your home
I'm
on the
fucking
8th?
destroying my lawn this year.
It was
Ooh, tell me
approximately
more.
8:30 a.m.
We're thinking about
And
putting
what
down
happened?
blue moss.
So the doorbell rang. I answered the door. I said to Chandler through the door, "I'll meet you in the garage."
Why'd you do that?
At the time, I had a very young puppy that needed to be crated. And
You've always wanted a clover yard.
didn't
So
wanna
pretty, and I bet that smells
have
amazing.
try to control the puppy and talk to Chandler at the same time. So that was the reason on why I wanted to talk with him in the garage.
Haven't settled on what yet?
Did you do anything as you prepared to go into the garage to meet Chandler?
Yes, after
Are
I
HOAs
created
a
the
thing in
puppy,
Canada? I'm sure they
I
are. I don't know.
decided that I was going to record the
Hell yeah.
contact
I was going to
have
say,
with
let me know if
Chandler.
I can come help
So
you, but I can't.
I had my phone, I activated the recorder.
Why'd you do that?
Well, being a police officer, for many years, I felt or I suspected something wasn't right based on my observations from the day before.
They're building a country house on the old farm. That's going to be a really fucking...
Yeah,
I was just going to say, that's going to be a very fun project for you, and it's going to be amazing for your mental health, I bet.
We normally see in the neighborhood, let alone for a missing person type case. Usually the officers aren't at the scene for an extended period of time.
Are you going to take their old house?
I suspected something wasn't right. I just didn't know what.
Once they move into that one? Or are they going to be like letting that out? Or
I did.
You don't have to answer any of that if you don't want
that's
to.
Just an audio only recording.
That is correct.
Okay. Mr. Linsmeyer, I am going to show you what has been marked as exhibits 45 and 46.
They aren't going to live there year round. Okay.
What is exhibit 45?
So
That's
exhibit
cool.
45
That's rad. I'm stoked for your parents and for you.
Flash drive.
And during the course of this investigation, did you provide law enforcement with your ring video footage of Chandler?
I did.
No.
Okay. And you
I'm
provided a
starting to
accurate
think that it
copy?
might be one of my friends.
At this point, I would move exhibit 45 into evidence.
Any objection?
Your Honor, may we approach, please?
Sure.
Oop, dinner is here? Oh, I'm jealous. I'm so hungry. Josiah does the cooking because I ruin everything. And he has a podcast tonight, so I have to wait for food. Mothman's cousin, it's all adults in chat. There are no children here. I mean, there aren't supposed to be anyway. My streams and videos are marked mature. I know that doesn't stop everyone, but... How do you deal with your parents selling your child home? I'm not dealing with it well. Maybe the autism. That's just a tough situation. That is just a tough situation. I'm sorry to hear that you have to go through that. That hurts. But it's a part of life, right? That we have to learn to adapt to new environments. And eventually we all leave the nest, and we're meant to.
And so the exhibit 45 is received.
And exhibit 46. Could you examine exhibit 46?
Tempted to buy my childhood home if it ever goes up for sale again, but I don't know if it will. That
Exhibit
shit
46 is also a
rules
flash
when
drive.
you can
It's green
manage
and
to
colored.
make that happen.
And
there's a house that
during
I
the
would
course of this
1,000,000% live
investigation,
in,
did you
in
provide
Iowa
law
City if
enforcement
I
a true and
could, that I
accurate
used to
copy
live in when
of
I was
the
younger.
audio you recorded in the garage between you and Chandler
It's like
Halderson?
right next to the junior high that I went to. I loved
I would
that
move
house.
exhibit 46 into
It had
evidence
some
at this
plumbing
time.
problems
Any
though
objection other
that
than
could get
any
really
noted
gross.
previously?
None.
It is received.
It's bittersweet. It was such a nice house. It had wonderful character.
Also
Yeah, I
gonna
love
provide
shit like that.
47 and 48 for the court record.
I think it's important to remember that a home is a place. The memories, experiences, places of safety are not in the home itself. I think that's important too, Darla Rosa. I think that was well said. Like, it's okay to get sentimental about it. It definitely
So the Ring
is
doorbell
because like it
interaction
marks
occurred
kind of the
first?
end of an era or
Yes.
whatever.
Okay.
But like
So we are going to publish exhibit 45 at this
you're
time.
going to make another place feel like that, you know? Or maybe even better, hopefully. Yeah, exactly, Darla. You're saying it so much better than I am. Was the person you were thinking of Ben Stein? Nope.
garage, okay?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm getting my sads in the chat. You are so allowed to talk about your feelings. I feel like that guy was just like a preset character
that's
for
the
a
Ring
boomer
doorbell
RPG.
footage.
Yeah, maybe.
That is correct.
Okay. And the date on that Ring doorbell footage was July 8th, and it appeared to be, the time appeared to be 8:37 a.m. Is that all correct?
Yeah, fucking
That should be accurate, yes.
Fallout Chicago.
And this audio footage that we're about to hear in Exhibit 46
Takes place entirely in the sewers.
I assume that occurred pretty much seconds after that Ring doorbell.
Yes.
Just leave the fucking thumb drive in, dude. Just leave it in. Fuck's sake. Or at least turn down system sounds.
I don't know if we've ever met. Well, actually, we did meet. I think we met once or twice when we first moved over there. I think we met. Sorry about what's going on.
What it is, but I was wondering if your door camera.
You do have a ring, yeah.
Does it pick up the road?
Some, yes, some it does.
Would you have any notifications from Friday morning, early, before 6:15?
We can check. That's not a problem. Is that before 6:15?
Yeah, before 6:15. Kind of since Thursday midnight.
Okay.
Any notifications?
Okay. My wife is the one that knows how to run that, so I'll have her pull it up on the computer. So Thursday.
I just
Thursday
love
night,
him.
Friday morning.
The way he's talking. I wish I could
You doing
know.
okay over there? That anything I can do to help you out? Do you need help watching the dogs or anything?
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to leave my dogs with people.
I'm sorry, what was that?
My youngest dog was at a bad home before, so she's got to be under with me. My
Okay.
parents are like, there's my great aunt and uncle. They're the only people that she's okay being near.
Okay, well, if there's anything I can do to make
What a
life easier,
sweet
I mean,
man.
I'm retired now, so I'm around. My wife's around a lot. She still works, but especially if it's like watching the dogs or anything, if there's anything I can do to make your life easier, I'll give you my phone number. You can call me. Okay, ready? My name's Kevin.
I love you, Kevin.
And my phone number is 608-220.
Sweet man.
1203. And actually,
Kevin
you
must
get
be
your number
protected
too.
at all costs. Agree.
Text.
That's my cell phone, yeah. So you can
Probably
text
not
me.
healthy, the amount of
Or you can
affection
just
I'm
text it.
projecting onto Mr.
Okay,
Kevin.
thank you. Yeah, if there's anything, I mean, especially for my wife and I, as you probably saw, we have a puppy. We just got a puppy. We've always had dogs. Now we have a 13-week-old,
seeing it.
a little work of art. But if there's anything I can do, I'm from, you know, where your dad is from the Valders area. I grew up in that area.
okay.
He's 3 years younger than me, but we went to the same high school.
So you were with
Absolutely, right,
Brad
Kudo.
is 1 or 2
Jack
years older
collectively
than me.
immediately adopts the grandpa.
So I don't know. I don't think I've ever talked to him. I know he used to be cross country, was he? I think was he a big runner back in, I think in high school he was a runner, I think. And I don't know if I've ever talked to him. I know what he looks like, but he is 1 or 2 years older than me. But how's, you know, your how's your dad's family or Krista's family doing?
I haven't heard anything from my mom's family. They're kind of spread across the map. So
Do they know what's going on though?
No, I haven't talked to them before.
Okay.
I wouldn't know how to contact them either.
Okay.
My brother might know how to contact her brother. So I think he's better. Yeah, I'm hoping Brett can come because he'll be able to look through more things than the police are.
Hello, Sunday Crochet. Welcome. How are you?
When
We
Brett
make sure
comes
Sunday
up here,
Crochet feels
If
welcome.
he comes up here, have him come over here. And if there's anything I can do to help out with that.
Why are they asking about this dude's dogs and family? This is a murder trial.
Police department. So I work, that's kind of stuff. I know Brett
They
was
were
a
affected.
manager. He was a boss, but he should have a lot of experience. But
Oh my gosh, y'all are bringing all your friends in here?
if you're gonna give me Brett's phone number, I'll give him a
Best.
call and
You're the best ones. Thank you so much.
Actually, I think you text that to me also. Yeah, send that to me. I've always wanted to meet him because I know he was a police
Do
officer.
any of you guys have channels that I can support? You guys have been so wonderful.
I don't even know if he
Sincerely.
knows who I am, but,
I just love ya.
When I met, your dad and Krista.
Please put every shop in chat. Please put every channel link you have in chat, other crocheters. I want everything.
But I'll have
Post
Lisa
your
check
link
that for me.
trees.
I know the cops one of them came over and talked over here a little bit yesterday and asked if we saw anything, and it's like, no, not much. So.
It's too early. I haven't seen anyone up around that time anyways.
Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it so much. You know that feeling you get when you meet a new group of people and you just feel like you fit right in right away. That's the feeling that I got sincerely from you following my channel. So thank you so much for being my new family.
Yeah. One of the 3 cops for the entire
No,
area.
that's a lot. I don't even know where Sawyer County is actually.
It's not Sawyer County, it's just Sawyer Lake.
Sawyer Lake, okay. I've heard. Okay.
County.
Langley, is that what it
Oh,
was?
yeah,
That's
that's
what I heard of Langley, never went to get past Green Bay, I don't know much. So.
I very, very much would love if you guys would
have
link
Lisa
to your
check. I'll
shops
text
if
you
you
when
want
she
to.
checks,
Don't feel
mine, so
obligated, but we
Thursday
like to
night and
support
Friday morning.
each other around here.
Okay.
This morning was
And you
my
keep
first
in mind,
stream. Really?
everything I'm telling you, if there's anything we can do to make your life easier, you need to reach out to us, okay?
That's so fun.
Okay, what's your name again?
Chandler.
Chandler. Okay, and you have one brother?
Yep.
Let's say when your parents moved in there, I remember meeting 2 boys. Okay, what's your brother's name?
Mitchell.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if I've met either of you since.
If you at for channel names, just post the link.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
Don't know where to
moving all
start.
the
Just
boxes
make the
anymore.
channel and start doing it.
Actually,
Make sure you
Oh,
have
you
decent
did
audio.
that
That's
for 5
important. You want to have an
years.
okay
Graduated
microphone.
high school,
It's gonna run you $100.
Something after.
Oh my God, Nix! Thank you so much for the biddies too.
NYX cheered.
I don't know what to say to you guys right now. You're being the best
We did
ever.
too, and I had no
Thank you
idea.
so much.
I mean, and then we lived at 933 West Mohawk Trail, and then we moved to Mohican Pass up on top of the hill.
Oh, that's where my best friend used to live.
What was his name?
Nate
Hoffman?
Hoffman.
Yeah,
Nate
live right across the street from the Hoffmans.
cool.
Okay, I have a step cousin named Nate Huffman,
Okay. I lost
who,
touch
by the
with
way,
his
is
life.
fucking so cool.
So,
I
and
don't think
that's
he
what your
watches
parents
me or
told
anything,
me,
but if he
that
ever
you
did,
moved away from that
Nate,
area
I
and
think
then
you are
moved to
just the
Plymouth,
fucking
and
coolest.
then moved back here, then, right? But we
That
lived- I
threw
don't
me
even know
off.
where-
That
I
was
don't know where your
crazy.
house was
Also, I
off
just
of
fucking
Mohawk.
doxed him, I guess.
But
I think I'm going to start streaming on Sunday.
close.
I just got to
I had
rip
no
the
idea.
Band-Aid off.
You know that.
Bumble Kitty
I
Store
remember
Sunday
your
is my
dad
day
was a
off.
Cub Scout.
Please,
I don't
by
think
all
I ever
means,
talked
tell me
to
when
him
you're about
because
to
he was
start.
younger
I
than
will
me.
blast you
But I
all
remember
over my internet
your dad
waves.
and your
I will
uncle was
100%,
Cub Scouts,
100%.
yeah.
I will
And
be there.
that's
I
all
will
remember.
watch.
don't
I will hang
remember
out.
him much else. I know I never talked to your dad in high school. He was 3 years younger, but and your brother was older, so I don't think I ever talked to him. But it's just how weird, what a small world. And then your mom went to school with my wife at La Follette. It's like, what a small world that
We're
is.
going to get you affiliated
So-
in the first month. It's going to happen. We're going to do it.
Okay.
I'll post it in
call me
Discord
though
for
if you
sure.
need
Okay,
anything,
make sure,
okay?
if
Okay.
if you don't mind,
Okay.
I'm
If you
sorry.
think of any-
I would love if you would ping me directly too. If I'm not there, if I don't catch it, because I try to
Just
not
from
look
my law
at
enforcement
my
background,
phone and stuff a whole lot
the best
on
thing you can be doing is being in
Sunday, like on
constant
weekends at all,
contact with the
really.
detective that's assigned to the case. If I was you, I would be lighting his phone up what's going on, where are things at, you know, just being in
Maybe a
constant
writing
contact.
stream? Man, I don't know.
They're gonna.
I feel like there's got to be a market for that somehow, hey? I don't feel like it's something that I would really watch, a writing
They
stream.
would have had the cops check, you know,
But I feel like there's
check in the
got to be
area.
an audience for that.
You gave them the address.
You'll
for the
DM me?
cabin
Okay,
one?
excellent. Thank
Okay.
you.
I can assure
I
you
would appreciate
that
it.
they're doing what they can on their end, but I would be calling that cop up, you know, 2-3 times a day, saying, hey, what's going on, or encouraging the cop to
As soon as
call
this
you
evidence is
2-3
over,
times a day until,
we're gonna take a quick
you know,
break.
this is
I gotta
figured out.
potty. Pretty bad.
And I didn't
Do you
know
think
your
it's been 10
parents
minutes?
real
For
well.
sure. What am I making?
will-
Right
I
now,
talked to him, I knew
just
your dad a
the
little bit. I would
easiest
say hi to him and we'd
Basketweave
wave,
scarf
but it's not
you've
like
ever
we're
seen.
real close. We just weren't,
Right
you know,
now, it is.
But that's about all you can really do, and
I'm so sorry.
I'm not a big social media person at all. Don't know much about it. But were your parents big in social media?
1,
Not
2,
helping
3, 4,
Okay. When
5.
was your,
This is about 8 inches, if I had to
your
guess.
parents'
Where's
workplaces
something good
have been
for
contacted already?
scale?
Yep. I tried to contact my dad's, but his place is sold.
Well, here's a crochet hook, I guess, for scale. I have another
No, this
crochet
one,
hook.
and the officers know where
hanging
your
out right
parents
here.
work. Okay. So they're doing their, trust me, they're doing what
We're
their
getting
jobs
there.
are, so
I'm gonna
that should
use
all be
3
covered.
skeins,
And then
I think,
I
for
would,
it.
you know, just stay in contact with the
Because I
cops.
like a
They're gonna
long
probably ask for more
scarf. I like a
information. If
long,
they have
long
questions
scarf.
from you, answer the questions. Be in whatever you can do of assistance. Is your other brother, is it your older brother? Has he been, the officers talked to him?
Yeah, they went to his house.
Okay, that's good. That's really good. Does
You did not
Krista
miss
have
anything
any
insane.
relatives around here?
Am I the only weird that says
My dad.
skeins? I change how I pronounce it every time I say
His
it.
side,
Skeins,
uncle,
skeins,
his brother,
skeins.
his nieces.
Okay, good.
I've heard sken.
Oh, my grandparents. I'm pretty sure they're in the loop now too, but they haven't heard anything.
Sure.
So.
Okay. You know, just work with the detective as much as possible. Do you know who the detective is that's assigned?
It's on a card in my dining room.
Once you call them, ask them, are you the detective
almost all gone
assigned,
now.
or do you mind if I
Good kitty
continue
kitty.
calling you for updates? Because what's going to happen is yesterday I saw 3 squads here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
For ball of oh god the knots,
not
yeah.
all 3 people are going to be assigned the case.
That's one correct
person gets
pronunciation
assigned
of
the
it
case.
for sure.
Because the other 2, most of the time, they're patrol
Especially if
officers
you have
or
kitties.
detectives. They have other cases they have to work on, but one person will be assigned the case. Find out who that one person is, and that's who you're going to call. That's who you're going to communicate with. You don't want to communicate with 3 different people because you're going to get the runaround because you know how those 3 people don't communicate with each other because they're all doing their own thing. You need that one person that's the head of the case. So that's who you want to stay in contact with. But there's all you can do is wait, pray, hope for the hope for the best. Has this ever happened before? Anything like
Not
this?
like this long of not hearing from him. That's why.
Yar 50.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you did. I'm really glad you did.
So, yeah.
I'm really glad you did.
I do love yarn barf. I think if I ever started a
Did the
label,
police ask you, do they have passports?
I would maybe call it
Did
yarn
they ever
barf.
travel
I
out
don't
of the
know if
country?
they have.
I was
passports
gonna
with them.
call
I
it
can't get in
malware, but
I
that's
don't
been
have the
done
codes
to
for
death
safe.
by
And that's
a
what keeps
million
them.
people
Okay.
named Mallory.
Well, that's the stuff that they're going to check. And the cops have a way of checking
name
to
didn't
see
even
if they
used
got
to be
on
that
airplanes.
common.
There is a way.
And now
there's
it
a way
is,
of
and
them
they
doing
took my
that.
fucking label
So
name.
there's things they can be doing on their end that I'm sure they are because that's what that's what they do. So, okay. Keep me in mind though, if there's anything I can be doing to help out, especially with the dogs, just keep me in mind with that. We have no plans with this puppy. We have no plans till later this year, so we're not going
Farts
anywhere
and crafts.
with the puppy. Okay?
I appreciate it.
That
Good
is
luck.
very on
I'll send you a
brand.
text once my wife looks at the ring, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thanks. Good luck.
You were almost named Mallory? Oh my god, we would have been name buddies.
Mr. Linsmeyer, is the person that you talked to in your garage, Chandra Halderson, in the courtroom today?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
The question asked if you would be able to recognize the person you talked to. Before following up with that, I would ask everyone not in the jury box to lower their masks for a brief count of 3 so that the witness
Okay,
can
he's going to
observe
answer this
everyone's
question and then we're
faces.
going to run
Thank
this
you.
break.
Please replace your masks. Go right ahead, Attorney Raymond.
Do you see the person that you talked to that by the name of
He
Chandler
does look a lot
Halderson
like
in the
Eugene
courtroom
Levy,
today?
hey?
Yes.
Like
Could
if
you identify-
Eugene Levy and God, what's his name? We were just talking about Third Rock from the Sun. What is that dude's fucking name? John something. If they had a baby. Anyway, be right back. Don't go anywhere. I have to pee. It is. It's Lithgow. Thank you. Hello, I'm back, and I'm out of breath because I'm out of shape, and I just had to go up and down the stairs. Hi. How's everybody doing? I got myself a snack. So I'm gonna eat it, and I will full screen the court case for now. Wrong. There we go. Hi, babe. How are you? Good. Love you. Okay, give me 2 seconds here. Wait, what's happening? What did I miss? What did I miss? I'll yell at somebody. I'll do it. I'm really good at it. I'm really good at yelling. Can I get 3 readies in chat, please? And then we'll get to going. I will unpause. Ready, maybe? Oh no. There we go.
By where he's seated and maybe describe the color of his shirt.
Yeah, he's seated in front of me to my right slightly, wearing a blue shirt, dark tie, and a dark blazer jacket.
And I know that audio was kind of long, but at the beginning, the defendant asked 2 questions. If you had cameras and what they pointed to. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. And did you notice any disability or limitations on the defendant's movements that morning?
I did not.
Okay. Nothing further.
Cross-examination.
No, thank you.
May this witness be excused and released from a subpoena.
Yes.
Thank you. Congratulations on your retirement. Thank
Goodbye,
you very
Kevin.
much. Have a good rest of your day.
We appreciate
Does
you,
the
sir.
state have another witness that would take us up to the noon hour, or?
I think this would be a good break. Otherwise, we'll go far beyond it. So
Okay.
it would be a good lunch break.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hilarious.
I think the weather's a little bit more questionable. It may be a little bit slower for lunch
Dr.
today.
Pepper and
plus
jerky,
you'll
the dinner
probably
of
be
winners.
hitting
I'm with you.
places pretty close
I'm
to the
eating
noon hour.
applesauce, and I'm
So
going to have
we'll resume
crackers,
at
cheese, and
1:15.
peanut
I
butter
want
and
to give you a
honey.
little
I have like
extra time
500
because of
calories
the
worth
weather.
of food right here.
That gives you plenty of time if you're leaving the building to go up there safely. Don't slip. Be cautious. Leave your notebooks, and again, don't discuss the case with anyone or unintentionally
Sleep
observe
Ninja,
or
they're
hear
trying
any
to
information
claim
about the case.
innocence
no
all the
research,
way.
no discussions amongst yourselves. Have a good, safe lunch, and we'll see you at 1:15. Thank you.
Okay, let's.
Hello, everyone. My name is James Langer, the digital content manager for Channel 3000.
Hi, James. Thank you for your
just checking
service.
in as I have been the last couple of days.
I forget what I was saying. I'm so
Kind
sorry.
of giving you a
Never
breakdown of
mind.
what we heard so far today, just in case
It's
you
so
joined
funny
in the
that they
middle
did
of
a
some of the
lunch break
testimony
right as I got
or,
back.
missed some of the things that happened over the last couple of days. We want to make sure everybody's kind of caught up on what we've heard so far. We heard a lot about the family there and their relationship. We have a recap
Is
of
he
all
going
of that
to
over at
apologize for the shitty sound? I'm sure he
channel3000.com.
did. I'm skipping it.
As I said, just kind of reviewing everything that happened this morning over several hours of testimony. So if you missed this morning and need to get caught up, that's the best way to do it. You can go to channel3000.com. After that, we heard from a retired police officer who actually lives across the street from the Haldersons, and we have that recapped as well. With that, it looks like the jury's back in the room and testimony is resuming, so I will take you guys there now.
Folks, I trust you had a good lunch. Was
Oh my God.
anyone, on the
Not
panel
again.
who was exposed to or participated in any discussions about the case or investigated or unintentionally or purposely sought information? I see no hands. Thanks very much. We'll continue then with the state's
This is 600%.
Attorney Brown.
State will call Kelly Bennett to the stand.
Is this in Wisconsin? Yes.
gonna go with that, gentleman.
All murders happen in Wisconsin. It's because all of them love guns up there. All of them have guns and love them. Like, literally romantically love their guns. This is going to suck when they fix it. I'm just warning you now. It's going to get loud soon.
With good responsibility, testify without a mask. We would appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you. Go right ahead.
Good afternoon. Could you please tell us your name and spell it out?
Kelly Bennett, KELLYBENNETT.
Kelly, whereabouts do you live?
I live
This is a high
at
profile case. I can't
111
believe they didn't have their
Circle,
best
Kitty
technicians
Corner,
on this.
From the Haldersons.
Yeah, describe if you could, kind of in as much detail as you could, as where your house is in relation to the Haldersons' house.
My house is across the street and one down, so it's kitty corner across the street. But my house is positioned on the lot unusually.
So sorry, everyone.
And it is, the front of my house is facing the side instead of the street.
Sure. Do you have any security cameras at your house?
Yes, several.
Tell me about, just in general, do you have one system or multiple systems?
We have two systems. We have a Ring doorbell system, and we have our son works for the Department of Corrections, and he installs
Best
all
I
the
can do is warn
cameras
you
for the
because I have
prisons.
no idea when it
And
gets fixed,
we
right?
have a system that was installed by him.
You have a pretty well-designed camera system then.
Very well.
My wife
Were you
would
asked
pay for it.
to provide the Dane County Sheriff's Department some camera footage from your house from the early part of July?
So,
between
yeah, I like
mid-July
guns too.
1st,
Guns are
all the way
fun. Like,
through,
do not
maybe
get
the 8th or
me
so, at some
wrong,
point
but
this
like,
summer?
there are people that are like
Yes,
cult
on
like
July
about it.
7th, I heard that they were missing, and
I
had my
also
husband
I
approach
know
the
that
police
even though
officers
I like guns,
and
that's not a
volunteer the
fucking
cameras.
argument for us to have them.
And did you and your husband cooperate fully in turning over your camera footage to the Sheriff's Department?
Yes, we
Naughty
allowed them
doxy.
to
That's
actually
pretty good.
log into our
That's
system,
actually
and
really
they
good.
Could retrieve any and all footage they needed.
And to your knowledge, time and date and things like that were all normal and normally
Jared, you make
operated
me
on those
happy.
camera systems.
Yes, on those dates.
I'm going to show you what's been marked in this case as exhibit number
Fuck yeah, hacks, Matt. I want to see it.
49. And you can feel around. Is that a USB drive in there? Feels like?
Yes.
Okay. And exhibit number 542. What does the photograph on exhibit number 542 show?
My driveway.
Sure. That is your driveway?
Yes.
Okay. I would move in exhibit 49. In the past, you've been told that the Dane County Sheriff's Office were able to download your video footage and put it
Oh,
on USB
Mothman's
drives,
cousin, I'm
essentially, for trial,
sorry.
correct?
If you have to go, we
I'll
support
move
you.
exhibits number 49 and 542 into
Zero
evidence.
Croxy.
No. Those are received.
Ms.
Yeah,
Bennett,
but I
fair to
am
say you
also
know
kind of a
nothing at
crock
all
of
about
shit.
this investigation other than what
I
you just
am.
said, right?
Correct. I've never even looked at the footage on the cameras from the system designed by my son.
And did you know the Haldersons very
Anybody
well?
else find this woman
I met her once when I
breathtakingly
was walking
beautiful?
my dog and just said hello.
So you just provided video
She's
footage.
so pretty.
Correct.
Thank you. No further questions.
Cross-examination.
No, thank you.
May this witness be excused and released from her subpoena.
She may. Thank you.
Thanks so much for your time. Have a good rest of your day.
State will now call Joelle Lockwood.
Fun employed is so fun. She did look a lot like Liam, yeah.
Good afternoon. If you believe you can do so safely and responsibly, testifying without wearing a mask would be the preference, if you could. Thank you
I
very
think they're
much.
for everyone, Mothman's cousin, but I'm no expert. I
Good
don't know.
afternoon. Could you please state your name for the record and spell both your first and last name?
Joelle Lockwood, JoelleLockwood.
And Miss Lockwood?
Maybe that's why I was
what
like so
location do
drawn
you
to
work
her
out
and
of?
like needed to comment on how beautiful I found her.
Oak Springs Circle, DeForest, Wisconsin.
And the person who just testified, Miss Bennett, is that your sister?
Yes.
And you work out of her home, essentially?
Yes.
On July 8th of 2021,
I'm going to turn
did you
this down
answer
just a
the
little
doorbell
bit.
and
It's a
correspond
little bit
with a young
uncomfortably
man
loud for me.
About camera systems?
Yes.
And that was captured by some Ring doorbell footage?
Yes.
Just Barry,
No.
you're killing me.
Exhibit 50?
You guys are very naughty today, and I'm into it.
Thumb drive or USB of the Ring doorbell footage. I would move Exhibit 50 into evidence.
I'll return to crochet
Any
so
objection?
soon.
None.
I
It is
promise.
received.
Monster, you're such a sweet boy. Respectfully grab me like a walnut.
About 3 o'clock.
You guys are fucking killing me. Legit.
Do you wish to publish at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
We'll be here
You
next.
should be able to see what will be shown on the screen in front of you.
I'm feeding my face. It's pretty rad. Is there a spot in the Discord for pet photos? There sure is. It's just called pets. Ah! Fucking edit your audio, bud. There's cat hair all in my fucking peanut butter. Frankie, you're ruining peanut butter cracker time. Have a good shower, just me.
Hi, my name is Chandler Halderson. I live just down the road.
Oh, yes.
You're the one with all of the police.
Yeah.
I was told you had the fancy security system. I was wondering if you were able to capture the road or my house.
The police actually came and downloaded everything they have.
Oh, I'm
But
so
it's actually my
I'm
sister's
excited
house.
to look at the
Oh,
rat.
okay.
Yeah, so
I'm
they
proud
were
of
here.
you. Did
Thankfully,
burning
9
it
o'clock
help?
last night and downloaded all the video she's got. So we're hoping that
Yeah, did it capture anything on?
we don't know. We don't know. They just took a copy of everything, and so we're hoping.
Rod God.
Yeah, and it's all
Be able to get a car.
yeah, and it's all HD. And then I think there's one.
Especially in the dark, it looks like it has a little bit of night vision.
Yeah, and there's one on the corner of the garage too. I don't know if that one quite goes that direction, but
Maybe see this road in case it goes over
yeah. So hopefully, I mean, we gave them everything that we had. So we're hoping they find something on there.
here. Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, Loke, he's a murderer. You're dead.
No further
I
questions.
got an empty fireplace and no job.
None, thank you.
May this witness be excused and released?
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. Have a good rest of your day.
I think so.
Yeah, he's very backwoods Patrick Bateman, hey?
Stay called Kathy Schuster.
Not really anything, Nick. Yeah, VLC is the best media player. It's the best one.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
If you believe you can do so safely and responsibly, testifying without your mask would be the preference.
Sure.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Could you please state and spell out your name for us?
It's Catherine Schuster, Kathryn. Last name Schuster.
Yeah, and if it doesn't play it, somebody made a plug-in for it or a codec or whatever.
4599 Oak Spring Circle in DeForest.
Sure. How long have you lived there?
A little over 4 years, I think, approximately.
I'm just going to ask you some questions first about your neighborhood, okay?
Oh, sure.
What kind of neighborhood is it? Is it residential? Is it out in the country? Tell me about that.
It's a residential neighborhood on a little pond.
Nipples will
Do you live on the pond?
Stop!
Yes.
What kind of things do people do on the pond?
Right now, they're ice fishing or paddle boating or canoeing or...
Okay, we can crochet again.
Probably about it.
Were there fish in the pond?
Oh, yeah, definitely fishing.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Did you know a couple by the name of Bart and Krista Halderson?
Yes.
How did you know them?
They were my next door neighbors to the west.
This poor
of
woman
me.
is so nervous.
And they moved
Again,
in,
I just want to grab her
I think
hand and
approximately
pat
6
it
months
and be like, "You're
prior
doing
to,
great. You're doing
my
great,
family
babe.
moving in.
We're all here with
And,
you."
when you say you knew them, how well did you know them?
Well, I knew Bart better than Krista. Krista was a little more reserved. Bart, definitely talked a little bit more. I always saw him outside throwing the frisbee for his dogs and fishing. And
Quorums are scary. No, they are. They are. I feel awful for her.
Text sometimes or talk, and so, I knew him as well. Neighborly.
I think you alluded to some of it. Bart would be out fishing or be in the yard with the dogs. What type?
I imagine
is
that this
the
woman
extent of it, or are
probably
there other
has
things you'd
some
see the
pretty
Haldersons
hefty
outside
anxiety too. Like I am seeing telltale signs of like holding back anxiety.
They did a lot of lawn work. They really made their yard very beautiful. They did a lot of different things to it. So they always were doing a lot of yard work.
Sure. And your neighborhood, do people take care of their lawns?
Yes. Very. Everybody is very particular about their lawns.
Does it at times feel like maybe there's a little bit of a competition between people on who does it the best?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. If you're behind, you better get your yard mowed or your leaves picked up.
Okay. Where do you rank in this lawn contest?
My husband's pretty.
I want her to get up and rip off her shirt and be like, "Number fucking one, baby."
But my husband definitely is. For example, him and Bart kind of had a thing where Bart would mow and
wine
then
sounds
my husband would be
great.
like, Bart mowed, I better mow.
I can't
or
drink
vice
alcohol
versa.
anymore.
Would
I just
happen.
am I don't even get drunk and I have a hangover. It's the worst. And my hangovers last at least one full day, if not
I had not
longer.
seen Mitch as much as I had seen Chandler.
So
but
fucking
I'd only
devastated and
interacted
jealous.
with- Or I
But
have
happy for
only
you, at least, that you
interacted
get to
with
relax with
Chandler
some wine.
twice since they lived there.
Can we move this along, please? I gotta get back to me
In
garden.
early July of last year, so after the 4th of July weekend, maybe going into the 7th, 8th, that time period, at some point, did Chandler come
Wine
over
and
to your
Girl
house?
Scout cookies?
He did.
Yes.
Now, do you have any security cameras at your house?
We do.
And
I like
were those
Samoas.
full functioning and operational
no.
the day that Chandler came over?
Trefoils is what I
Yes,
like.
they were.
The shortbread ones.
At times,
Those
do
are
you
my
turn the
fave.
security cameras off?
Peanut butter patties
Yes, I
and thin
did.
mints
Why do you turn the
obviously are
security cameras
godlike, and Samoas are
Sometimes
obviously
I
godlike.
turn the
I
notification. Well, I didn't turn the
understand, but
camera off. I
trefoils?
turned the notifications off so that if there was a
S-tier.
large influx of packages coming, and then my husband wouldn't get all the notifications.
Sure.
He was at work. Yeah.
Which ones are dosey dos?
Pulled on me right now.
Are they the fudge dipped ones?
So
I don't remember.
You
what
had a camera
Dosey-Dos
system.
are.
Sometimes you turn the notifications
It's been
off.
so
and-
long
and,
since
and the
I-
footage
it's
would
been
maybe go
many
away
years
eventually.
since I've had a Girl
but
Scout
Chandler
cookie.
came over one of these days.
Right.
Adventurefuls,
And did you talk
tell
to him
me
outside, or did you
everything.
invite him inside?
I invited him in.
Inside. So if your security camera
I helped the
picked
lady
up
with her
anything
garden,
that day,
you
would it have
buried
just
her
been that
there.
brief ring of the doorbell,
What did it that way?
pleasantries, and then inviting him inside?
Yes.
Shit.
Did you provide that footage to Dane County Sheriff's deputies? Did your family when asked in this case?
I did.
Okay. I'm showing you what's been marked in this case is exhibit number 52. Just a
Oh, God, I
feel around.
fucking
It feels
love
like a
coconut.
USB drive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that'd be
Hi, Like and
consistent
Biker.
with
No, this
someone's
is
video
just day
footage
2
kind
of day
being
6
transferred over
of
for
the
court,
same
right?
trial.
I'll move 52 into evidence.
Any objection?
They discontinued the s'mores. I didn't
For
really
court
love the
record, I'll move
s'mores,
53.
but I also hadn't given them a chance in many years. Oh, that lemonade cookie was fucking incredible.
And I'll move to
Oh my
publish
goodness.
52.
Hold on. Pausing 1 minute.
What's going to be seen, you'll be able to see.
Thank you so much for the follow. Epic Victoria, I appreciate it very much. You know that feeling that you get when you're walking into your house after a long day out? That's the feeling that I just got from you following my channel. Thank you for being my home sweet home. I appreciate you.
See on the screen in front of you, rather than needing to strain your neck.
Oh, sure. Okay, thank you. I get it. Thank you.
Oh, I love coconut. I fucking love coconut. I didn't like it much as like a little kid, but as I get older, I love it more and more. No, you're so sweet. Thank you for the follow. Genuinely. Everybody make sure that Epic Victoria feels welcome.
Are you guys okay?
Thank you.
Take care of things.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. So that showed essentially Mr. Halderson showing up and then him leaving when your camera again gets activated by his movement.
Correct.
All right. And you have any reason to doubt that the time on the bottom there and the date of July 8th around 8:30 to 8:36, that sound about right to you?
Yes. I thought he came over at 8:08 and
8:08.
left 18 minutes later.
Yay,
About a
everybody's
18
being the
to
best. You
20
guys are
minute
the
conversation.
best.
Yes.
Nothing that was inside was recorded, of course.
No.
If I hear that thumb drive again,
let me
so
ask
help
you
me.
some
Oh, you're going
questions.
to
Sure.
hear it a lot. A lot.
Mr. Halderson first came in, what did he tell you?
I'm sorry, could you repeat?
Yeah, what did he tell you was going on when he first came in your home?
Well, he didn't. He just came in.
I think we're like 3/4 of the way through this sky, guys.
You know, I said to him, "I'm not very tech savvy.
very,
It's going to take me a
floppy.
minute,
It's
to
in the
pull up the
floppy
cameras and see
stage.
what we have." And he came in. He sat down on the floor.
It's driving me
against,
nuts too. I'm
one
so
of our,
sorry.
like, oversized
The
chairs.
sound of my brain
And then,
ejecting.
My dog went up to him, and I sat next to my dog, and I proceeded to look at the footage. I don't recall him saying anything at that time.
Sure. Did he talk about anything in your house for that 18
Yes.
minutes? Tell me about that.
Well, I asked him some questions. So I believe while I was looking up some of the footage.
Should I just keep crocheting this scarf
I
until
had made
we've
a
been
reference
through
to Minecraft,
all?
which is because it was on the TV, which is probably irrelevant.
Oh,
but-
like just,
and then,
I just
that
have to
was
keep
a
on
brief
buying
conversation, and then I found the
skeins
footage,
of
and
this
I said,
yarn over and over again, and I have to
unfortunately,
keep crocheting
the camera
this
was off
scarf
from
until we're all the way
6:02
through
to,
the Halderson trial footage.
I believe it was, 6:30 to 7:02, which was June 30th to July 2nd. And then again, it was on the 3rd, off again the 4th to the 7th.
The scarf is like
And
a
then-
mile long at the
so
end, yeah.
He's like, okay, well.
I made myself a
most
20-foot
cameras don't
scarf, and
go
I
to the
fucking
road. I didn't,
loved
just
it.
thought I'd check. And then
A different murder for every
I
scarf,
said
yeah.
to him,
This is the
you know,
Chaz
so
Halderson
your parents,
scarf.
why didn't your parents
The
take their
Chaz
car?
kit weave.
And he said, well, a couple picked him up Friday morning, which would have
That's
been
awful. This
July
is terrible.
2nd, prior
Oh,
to
time for
me getting
stretching.
up at 6:15. They were gone. And I said, oh, okay, and you don't know who they went with? And he said, no, I've called other
My foot's
friends. I
asleep.
don't know.
If I fall down, I'm so
Nobody,
sorry.
they didn't go with anybody, and maybe it was one of my dad's clients. You want me to keep going? Yeah. Okay. And then he said, well, they took my parents' computer today.
Thank you for looking after me.
But they're not gonna. They didn't take my dad's computer. He has a high security
Put me in the
job,
box, chat.
and they weren't
I
able to
deserve
take
it.
that. And I said, oh, I'm sure they'll get a
Can scarves be made out of
subpoena to
glass?
get that that computer, and he's like, "Wow, they'll never get
Truthfully,
into
a
that."
scarf can be
computer.
made
It's
out
just
of
too
anything if
high-tech."
you're
And I
fucking
said,
brave
"Well,
enough.
I think they will. Basically, the police will get into
I
it."
had this
and then
one yarn that was
I just asked him about
just a bunch of
debit
wound
cards.
cardboard.
I just was said,
it was awful yarn.
Are they looking at?
But it was
their
really cool looking.
debit card records, to see where they've been.
It was like
or whatnot.
pinkish brown.
And he said,
"Oh yeah, I'm
no,
good.
they
I was
don't
just stretching."
Use debit cards when they go up north. They always take cash because they don't have any sliders. And I said, okay. And then
Sliders and meaning like a credit
he
card
referred
machine.
to it as sliders, but yeah, I took that to mean debit card machines or
Am I
credit
streaming
card
tomorrow?
machines.
It depends
Did you ask him about
on
his
whether or
parents'
not
phones and
Josiah is.
tracking them?
I did.
I will be
next I
streaming
said,
tomorrow. How
well,
long I'm going might
what about their
change.
phone
Like I
records? Are
might
they
just
looking
do
at
an
their phone
early short
records?
stream so that we
And
can
he
go
said,
raid
no,
Josiah
they
when
can't
he
get their
does
phone records
miniature
unless they have a
painting.
dead body.
He's painting
And
through
I
all of
said,
the
well,
FromSoft board game miniatures right
they'll
now.
Definitely subpoena those. I'm sure it'll take
And
some
it's
time.
really
I don't know
fun
if
to
that's the right
watch.
verbiage subpoena.
Oh, I
Whatever.
thought you fell. No, I
But,
didn't fall.
It'll take some time, but they'll absolutely be able to get phone records. And and then he said, "Well, I think the person down the street has some high security cameras." And I said, "Oh, do you mean Kelly?" And he said, "Who?" And I just said, the person that lives in the blue house down the street. He said, "I think I'll have to visit her." And then,
I have never seen that card, Raikudo.
I think that was the majority of the conversation. Besides that, I said,
I'm ass
he
at
got
painting
up.
miniatures. I don't even
said,
try anymore. It comes with
"You're gonna
practice.
be so happy.
You get better with practice.
they
Also,
pull in
if
your
you
driveway, you're
watch
just gonna be
videos
so happy
of
and
people that are
it'll be
really
okay." And he
good
said,
at doing it, you'll
"No,
pick
I'm
up
gonna give
good
him
habits.
earful.
So
I'm
I
angry.
highly
We're
recommend
all
watching
really
Josiah's
angry."
stream tomorrow night.
And I said,
You
"Well,
say
no,
that.
you know what I mean. Like when your child goes
Oh,
missing."
I just
and you're
remembered
mad they ran
also,
away, but you're
is it
really
you
just
that,
really happy
and
you
please
found
don't
them.
feel obligated to answer
And
this if
he
you're
said,
not
"No,
comfortable,
the
but
whole
is it you
family
that
was
has
just
the
very angry,
bad
and we're all
fine
gonna
motor
give him
function? I
earful."
forget what that
I said,
disorder
"Okay,
is
well,
called.
I asked if I
Yeah.
could help with his dogs too. And
Is it not a
during this
disorder?
conversation sometime
I
he
feel
said
like we
no.
talked about this once, and I was
said,
like,
"Okay,
ooh,
well,
maybe I have
anything
that. And you were like,
we
you
can
don't
do,
fucking have it. I
either
don't
we're
remember if it
praying
was
for
you or
you
someone
or
else.
we're
And
thinking
now I
about
feel
you."
really bad.
One of those
Because
things
I
I
love
would-
you a
I
lot,
would
and I
say I
cherish our time
recall
together.
saying
I
that
don't
a
mean
whole
to
bunch.
insinuate
and that was it.
that I don't.
Then I watched him walk in the direction of the neighbor across the street.
To be fair,
You said when he came in your house,
a
where did he
lot of the
sit?
time we spend together is
On
drunk.
the floor
too.
against, we have a big oversized chair, and I had pulled the ottoman out. It's an oversized ottoman, and I had pulled that out so he could sit on the chair.
Yes, I do.
But
No, I got you. Okay,
he
sick.
may have felt more comfortable on the
not
floor. He
sick that you
sat
have
on
it.
the
Wow.
floor with his back against the ottoman. Or the, not
Maybe
the
I
ottoman,
just
the
stopped
chair.
talking now.
Did he seem to you to have any physical trouble getting up and down?
Not that I noticed.
What was his demeanor like, or
Dysgraphia.
his effect when he was telling you these things about
Yes.
maybe his parents being gone?
It's hard to describe. I would guess kind of a
Yeah, you were
quiet
talking
nature,
about
I
that,
would
about
say.
how your tension with yarn is tough
appear to
because
be
you like
down,
squeeze
maybe.
over time, right?
Uh,
See you later,
police
Dragon Run.
contacted
I
you
hope
at
you
some
have a lovely
point, I would
evening.
imagine.
They did.
And you've been cooperative all the way through with the police, helping them out with video and talking to them about your conversations?
Yes.
All right, thank you. No further questions.
Okay, thank you.
Cross-examination?
No, thank you.
May this witness be excused and released.
She may be.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
assistance, and
Thank
have
you.
a good rest of your day.
You as well.
Thank you.
One of the things that happen, yeah. And like, it's really hard for you to practice like your penmanship and stuff like that. And like, even like playing soccer and stuff is harder because it's like tougher for you to like aim with your eyes and kick with your feet and like stay upright and stuff. I think I dated a dude that had that a million years ago.
Oh, okay. Deputy Wilkes, who the state's going to call next.
Do I know your DM?
Good afternoon, Deputy. If you are able to safely and responsibly
Did I
testify without your
sincerely
mask,
fuck this up?
I'd
Did I
appreciate it.
really
Thank you.
just?
Counsel.
Good afternoon. Could you please
I
state your
really
name,
did.
both first and last for the record, and
God
spell both
damn
first
it.
and last?
Michael
Sorry, I'm just
Wilk.
gonna
It's MICHAELWILK.
And how are you employed?
I'm employed with the Dane County Sheriff's Office as a deputy sheriff.
And what's are your job responsibilities?
I work a task force position. Within that position, I may be assigned to multiple divisions throughout the sheriff's office, including the bailiff's office, field patrol responsibilities, security in the jail, conveyances, and from time to time, I also am pulled for special assignments, which I was in this case.
And what was your assignment in this case?
My assignment in this case was to assist with video review, as there was a great deal of video that was brought in.
And specifically, were you asked to
Very
look at
dexterous
the video
until I have to
from a
write or
witness
something
named
similar?
Kelly Bennett's house,
Gotcha.
which was 111 Oak Springs Circle in DeForest, Wisconsin?
I was.
And how many hours of that video
I at
do you
least
think
know
you
his
watched?
brother. Ugh, I'm so curious.
It was approximately 7 days worth of video, 24 hours in a day. So you can do the math. It was a great deal of video.
So you were the lucky person assigned to
Y'all?
watch every minute of that video.
Yes, I
I'm
was.
very sorry
And what were you
for the
looking for when you
TMI,
watched
but I'm having pooping
I was looking
problems
for
right
all
now, and I might
general
have to get up and go
activity
potty in a
that
minute.
could be observed from
Yeah.
the address
Yeah.
on Oak Springs.
That's-
I believe it's 4595. if
Meth
I'm not
Blevins
mistaken.
is one of my
the 111 Oak
favorite
Springs
people in the
video
world.
shows at least a portion of the 4595 house.
And I've met the
driveway.
brother a couple
Yes,
of
that is
times, and he's
correct.
always struck me as a pretty cool dude.
During the
But I've
course
never,
of this investigation,
thank you for
is
looking
it
out
your
for me, Hacksmack.
understanding
I've
that,
never
this video was then edited
really
just to
hung
show
out
the
with him a
moments in
lot.
time where where a vehicle or person arrived and departed from the location.
Yes, that is correct.
And you've had a chance to preview this
Really?
video.
That's sick. And
Yes,
I
I
hear
have.
that his girlfriend rules
and
too.
were
or
all
wife?
the vehicles
I don't know.
and persons
His
that
partner.
you saw arriving
Hey,
and
love you
departing
back. Thank you
from
for taking
the
care of
Halderson
me.
home captured on this compilation video.
I fell down the
Yes, they
stairs
were,
today,
with the
guys.
exception of law enforcement vehicles on the 7th, because as there were numerous
It's
of
been a
those were
lifeline.
not
I'm happy to
included
hear
in
that
the
you got
video.
into it.
Sure,
then.
those didn't have any investigative leads since you knew
No, they did
who
not.
they were. And during the course of this investigation, were you able to identify what vehicles were assigned or associated to the Halderson home?
I keep
Yes,
falling
I
down
was.
my fucking.
And I know you review lots of videos with lots of different vehicles. I assume
I
you
keep
don't
falling
have
down my
license
stairs
plates, makes
like
and
a
models
clumsy
memorized.
idiot Disney
No, I do
villain
not.
child.
Instead, you detail them in a report.
Hopefully, it wasn't
that
too
you
bad
can
a
review
fall.
later.
Correct.
If I were to show
So
you a
I'm
report
wearing a
that you wrote in
Batwing
association
shirt, but I
with
also have a
this
sports bra
would
on,
that
so I
help
don't feel
refresh
too
your
weird about
recollection as to the make
showing.
and model of the vehicles
I
associated
had
with
to
the
put
Halderson
a
home?
band-aid
Yes,
on
it
my
would.
little elbow because it got skinned right off, and then my spine, like the curve, it's hard to explain. The small of my back, the lower curve, like
Correct.
it definitely, I could feel it like crunching in on itself. Like it didn't break or
The first
crack
vehicle
or
was a
anything.
Subaru
And then
Outback,
and my tailbone is
premium
definitely
sport
bruised.
utility
It
truck.
knocked the wind out of
License
me.
plate number was
yeah, it was not a fun fall.
34269
The
Union.
dip before the booty, yes.
And who was that
Lumbar
registered
spine.
to?
Yeah, that sounds
That was
right.
registered to Bart Halderson.
What was the second vehicle associated with the
You can fall
Halderson
up the
home?
stairs. I have many times.
Second
Also,
vehicle
I
was
would
a
way rather fall
Volvo
up than down
V70
the
station
stairs. It
wagon,
hurts so much
license
less.
plate number
You guys have to remember, I'm kind of old and like
34270
sedentary. I
Union.
mean, like I'm not old,
And who
but
was
like
that car
I am not
registered
in a
to?
place where my
That
body
vehicle was
just
registered
recovers
to
from
Krista
things
Halderson.
and is fine again.
And was
You
there
know
a
what I
third
mean?
vehicle
Like I'm going
associated
to
with
be
the
paying
Halderson
for that
home?
fall
Yes, there was.
on my
And what
lower
was that
back for a long time.
That
if not
vehicle
the
was
rest of my
a
fucking life
Subaru
now.
Forester 2.5X premium sports utility. with a license plate number of
Like I exercise, but that's
718
not enough.
Victor
like,
Edward
nothing
Robert.
combats time.
And who was that vehicle registered to?
That vehicle was registered to Dulce Melander.
Ah, Fanatical Fires.
May not pronounce her
no.
name
Oh,
correctly.
God.
And in the course of this investigation, did you learn that was the defendant's girlfriend's mom?
Yes, I did.
So that was the car the girlfriend presumably drove.
Correct.
Coming to Children's Museum, I tripped going up metal stairs. I was knelt there going, The older adults were like, "You good?" I nodded. "Are you holding in cuss words?" I nodded. Oh.
State would now move to publish Exhibit 49 to the jury, the compilation video.
Uh-oh. What compilation video? I mean, not that. Yeah, we know. We know. But you got like a pretty bad scrape along it that, like, it shaved off some skin. Like a biker, thank you. I really wish that translated into healing powers.
Can we pause it just for a second? So, Deputy, there's 2 boxes here.
Yes.
Is it fair to say that part of the video is enhanced to really look at the driveway that we want to look at?
Yes, the portion of the video in the upper right-hand corner is the true view of the camera as you would see it if you were to watch it without enlarging any portion of it. The bottom portion is an enlarged portion of the area that captures the front driveway and front entryway of 4595.
The judge
Oak
just
Springs
pops
Civil.
up in the fucking corner, starts reacting. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, PogChamp. Yeah, I still get taken for a 25-year-old fairly regularly, but I do not feel like it. It's the no kids. It keeps you young. Yeah, maybe. I just also think that
So fair to say on July 1st at 7:30
that I just
of
like
Volvo
lucked
departs.
out.
Yes,
like
that
I
is
think that I
correct.
got a lot of really good genes from my mom and dad that are doing me a ton of favors.
And now we're looking at July 1st at 5:13 p.m. A Volvo enters
And not to
the
mention,
driveway.
I suck at taking care of myself, sure, but like, I had a pretty active youth, and like, I'm not the worst at
And then at
exercise, you
8:16
know.
p.m. a Volvo departs
And
the
like, I
driveway.
really
Is that
like
right?
fruits and
Yes.
veggies, you know. I've never seen your brother. I've never seen your brother once.
And then about 15
But
minutes
that is
later,
a bummer.
at
My brother also
8:29,
went
the
bald
Volvo arrives.
before 18.
Again.
Never once have I seen your brother. Look, not once. Yeah. I look younger than I am, but I'm depressed and never smile. Look at my hands. They betray my age in a way my face doesn't. Do I have that going on too?
And then July 2nd at
You can tell how stressed
7:02,
I've been because my fingernails are all fucking picked
the
off
Halderson
and
Subaru
short.
departs.
Yes.
I really should start getting acrylics.
And that same vehicle appears to arrive at 7:31 a.m.
Correct.
You'd never guess to see him. He's only 2 years older than me, but he looks like 50. He's great, though. Utterly unlike me, but cool. You always do say really lovely things about him. Used to think she was the younger sister. Yeah. People have a hard time distinguishing me and my younger sister, which one of us
And
is
then the labels
younger. I
do
think that
continue the
pretty
rest of the
soon
video. Is that
that
fair to
window's
say?
gonna
Yes, it is.
close. Frowning actually does more wear and tear on your face than smiling does. Frowning puts more creases in your dermis. I get carded all the time. I'm 39, and I will miss these days. Yeah, I always just say "bless your heart" as I hand over my ID. Thank you for this interaction today, young come and go clerk. I cannot believe you are in college. You look like a tiny baby, etc., etc. There's no need to cuss out the bartenders like that, damn. Oh, Hacks Matt, you're okay. Take your time. You're okay. I'm very confused about what's going on with the evidence right now. See you later, Nix. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Have a good sleep. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Remember to misbehave. Now it's paranormal activity videos straight up. This is the most boring compilation I've ever seen. 0 stars. The Disney curse? I want to know what the Disney curse is. Forever looking like a kid. Okay, yeah. The minute you turn 16, being sexy as hell and staying that way until your deathbed. Yeah. All right. I am so sorry. Y'all, give me a second here. I would just leave this running and go potty, but I can't do that because I know that they're going to be showing pictures of dead bodies and stuff, and that will get me banned from Twitch if I let that stay on the screen for longer than like the fraction of a second that it takes to undo it. So I am gonna go for a bathroom break. It might be like 10 minutes. I'm really sorry. I have pooping problems. I just do. Please have patience and be back, and I will I'm sorry. Please have patience, and I will be back. Only if you get reported. No snitches here. You don't. There's a few people here, or maybe not here, but there are a few people that frequent Twitch that are obsessed with me and want nothing more than for me to get banned. They just decided that they didn't like me, so they actually showed that on the news in Wisconsin, live court footage. This is not what they showed live on TV. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go try to go potty. Everybody's stretching shit.
Nice Jub Jub Sparkler, Cheese underscore King 21 gifted a tier 1 sub to Nice Jub Jubs. Ixyago Billy Sparkler, Cheese underscore King 21 gifted a tier 1 sub to Ixyago Billy. Files Unknown Sparkler, Cheese underscore King 21 gifted a tier 1 sub to Files Unknown. Forest Crawler Sparkler, Cheese underscore King 21 gifted a tier 1 sub to Forest Crawler. Lead underscore Wackila Sparkler, Cheese underscore King 21 gifted a tier 1 sub to Lead underscore Wackila.
Howdy, I'm back. Mission success. I apologize that you have to know about my pooping. Oh my God, Cheese King. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Hey, You guys are the best ever. Thank you so much. Fuck. Be right back. I'm so sorry. 1 second. Hi, I'm back. Sorry. Good night, Mothman's cousin. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. Okay, hello, hi. Hello. All right. It's a bummer to pause in the middle of such a bop, but can I get 3 readies in chat, please? You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything at all. I was pooping. All right, here we go. Let's fucking do it. Hi, Kate's Quilts. How are you? King Alonzi, it's so good to see you. How are you? Hi. Oh, I'm hanging in there, Kate's Quilts. All right. I feel like this scarf would be considered done by a normal person. But I'm not like other girls. Missed the box, so come to cause chaos. Okay. This courtroom could use a little chaos. This is the most boring evidence. This case has the most boring evidence. Twist it and crochet it together at the ends. A Mobius scarf. You laugh, but that's a real thing. It's called an infinity scarf. People do that all the time. It's not done until you can wrap it around twice. I would definitely be able to wrap this around twice. Who wants to be normal? Good call. Yeah, J-Rod, if you want, I will teach you how to make one sometime. They're very fun. I have no idea what kind of boring evidence this is. Yeah, the rest of us either. I think it's people's doorbell security cams when this dude is fucking leaving his home with his parents' remains in the car. Can you look at an Afghan I crocheted? I sent it to Discord. I will look at it as soon as stream is over. I try to not look at Discord until stream is over. Apologies. Because otherwise people ask me to look in the Discord every 5 seconds. You know what I mean? So it's just a hard rule that I have. I mean, I break it occasionally if I'm like trying to meet up with somebody or something. I'm an imperfect person, but yeah, I promise I will look and I'll reply to it in the Discord. I'll at you. Am I here? It keeps saying I'm disconnected. Yeah, the Chicago server fucking sucks for staying connected to chat sometimes. And I imagine that's the server that you're connected to, Loke. I'm sorry. It's better than it was at first. Okay, that's good. Hold on. I have to relate to you because I bet I can guess beat for beat what fucking happened to you. Somebody said something clever, or somebody said anything and you thought of something clever and you went to put it in chat, and as you tried to send it, it said disconnect and try again or whatever. And now it's too late for you to make that joke, and it's infuriating. Oh my God, that's a good point. We can speed it up. Everybody, press 1 in chat if you want me to speed it up. Press 2 in chat if you want me to leave it at normal speed. Dixon Cider. What do you call a cheap circumcision? A ripoff? I promise I won't quit my day job. Oh no. Oh, that's horrific. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and speed it up. Give me a moment. I'm going to start speeding it up and then this exhibit is going to be done. It's going to save us exactly 15 seconds. 3, I want slow motion. We need to freeze it and enhance. You're not wrong. Where's my goth mortician lady that everybody fucking compared to me all the time? All the time. The Joker strolling down the street in clever disguise. Gadzooks! You're right, Commissioner. I love that the captions thought that that cough was somebody saying, I love that. That's very funny to me. Pajamas, very comfy. This compilation, very uncomfy. I'm very happy that we decided to speed it up. Good fucking call, Bumble Kitty store. If you made me sit through this in court, I'd confess. Yes, juror number 4, it was me. I killed them. Please put me in prison or anywhere other than here. I don't care. Make it hell. I don't give a fuck. They're going to have a break after this too, I bet, that we have to fast forward through. Oh, somebody shuffling around. They thought it was saying okay. The Cramp reopened in Seattle this week. If you ever get a chance to visit again, I'll take you. What's the Cramp? And I do hope to go to PAX again at some point. Just I'm poorer than I've ever been in my life. I am in desperate need of the channel like taking off. Ow. Vamp Candy, hi. How are you? It's good to see you. I have a fucking ridiculous rat in my hair. Oh, there's something sticky in it. I don't know what I got in my hair. Just started again yesterday. Are you back at the place you were at last I knew? Jenga. Yeah, for now. I missed the wings from there. Young Money, thank you so much for following. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. You know that feeling you get when you're looking for something and looking for something, you're like, I'll never find it. And then it turns out it was in your hand and you're so relieved. And also it's funny, so you get to laugh at the same time. That's the feeling that I just got from you following my channel. Thank you for being my unexpected poem. I'm happy to hear that you're at least getting some support. Doctors are the best people to have their fingers in brains. Seems like new meds are okay. Fuck yeah. Just me? What are we talking about? Hold on. Oh my gosh, I just remembered someone who was batshit crazy. What was their name? Dang it. Okay. Her name's Angela Simpson, brutally killed disabled guy. I will Google that. That should be a prerequisite for jury selection. Can you sit through a 10-minute video of absolutely nothing? Like, sincerely, though. I am not able to stay focused on the courtroom, even when it's a little bit exciting. You know? Try finger. Stop it. It's very... Goth clothing store that was a big deal in the 80s, 90s. Ooh. Yeah, Dude, I fucking look awesome in like corsets and like high boots and like plaid skirt. Like, I look fucking awesome in goth clothing. I just do. If I had the face, I would go as the tall man from the Phantasm series. Oh man. He's very scary. Oh, while her entire prison or family is in prison. Okay. Literally, okay, how long has this been showing in real time? Because I feel like we've been fast forwarding for kind of a while now. And we had watched a good long chunk of it before that.
Okay. And that was the full compilation
Oh,
video,
sick.
Deputy?
Okay.
Yes, that is correct.
So on July 2nd, we don't see any vehicles arriving or departing between midnight until after 7 a.m. Is that fair?
Yes, it is.
And I just want to point out one thing. On July 7th, according to that video, there was a white vehicle that pulled in. Then the Subaru pulled in. It looked like there was a little bit of interaction. And then the white vehicle pulled out.
Correct.
Were you made aware later that that was about an air conditioning quote?
Worst Subaru commercial
Yes,
ever.
something of that nature, or the general contractor that was doing work at the
I
house.
fucking like Subarus. I'm sad they don't make Subarus anymore.
No further questions.
Cross-examination?
No, thank you.
May this witness be excused and released.
He can be excused but not released.
Excused from today, but not yet released from your subpoena, so don't discuss your testimony with anyone else. Thank you much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll post pics in the general Discord. Definitely do.
State of Wisconsin calls Brett Halderson to the stand.
It'd be fucking hilarious if you put it in storefronts. I think they still make Subaru. Not as far as I'm aware. Didn't Subaru like go bankrupt or some shit? Excuse but not released sounds kinky. Yeah, he's fucking he's lawfully
If you
edging.
believe you can safely and responsibly testify without wearing a mask, it would be our preference if you could. Thank you so much, sir.
Sorry, it's in the middle of a row. I'm doing that's so okay.
Good afternoon. Could you please state your name for the record and spell both your first and last name?
My name is Brett Halderson, B-R-E-T-T, last name Halderson,
They're in Australia only? Okay. Well, okay. So I was definitely wrong, but also
Pull up closer. The fans are on right now, so it's becoming a little bit
also a little bit right if we want to not be a dick about it. The only thing that make watching
Brett,
this
your
video
last name is
worse
Halderson. Were you
being
related to Bart and
Stein is the
Krista Halderson?
prosecutor.
Yes, Bart is my brother.
Were you the older brother, the younger brother?
Oh no, this is
I'm
the
an older brother by about
okay.
4
So
years.
this is Chaz's uncle.
So you knew Bart his entire life.
Yes.
And you knew Krista,
No, not
Chandler,
only, but
and
they
Mitchell
are
as
here.
well?
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yes.
My bad. My bad. I
What was your
1,000,000%
relationship
thought
like
that-
with Bart, Krista,
This feels
and the
like one of
kids?
those Mandela effect things to me. Like I was 100%
general good
certain
relationship
I
with
like
them.
had
We would
grieved it. Because
have
I'm kind of a
family
car dork. I don't know
get-togethers
if you
at
guys know that about
holidays.
me.
We would talk
I really
over the
like
phone
cars.
occasionally. Maybe send an occasional text message
Probably
back
my
and
most
forth.
watched YouTube channel is Doug DeMuro.
How would you describe Bart and Krista as parents towards
that's weird
Mitchell and
to me.
Chandler?
But
I-
like
they
obviously
were
the fucking
good parents,
reality
very
speaks.
nurturing. Krista was very involved with her children. I know it was mentioned like helicopter mom, but she was very attuned to everything that they were into. They were supportive in that anything they were involved in with school, with swimming.
Yeah, very,
They were
very
lifeguards.
weird.
They promoted those things. They got them through
They
Boy
didn't know if
Scouts.
they
Boy
were
Scouts was
stopping
very
the
big in our
WRX.
family.
The WRX
and
is
that
like the
followed
worst
through with
Subaru
them
anyway.
and raising their boys.
That's not true. Like not like
How did you learn about
it's not
your brother and
technically
his
the worst.
wife
It's the one that I
being
like the least.
missing?
I
They have an
believe the
electric
information
vehicle
went
coming next
to
year?
my aunt
That's
and
hype as
uncle,
hell,
was
except
referred
for-
over to my parents, and my
I'm
parents
actually
gave
kind
me a
of
call.
anti-electric vehicle. I
And
won't talk
Brett,
about
just
it
to
right
put
now,
this in
but
some
until we
context,
can fucking
what
make
did you
electric
do
vehicles
as a
better,
career?
then there's no
I
fucking
worked
point
as a
because
police
they are
officer,
still
deputy
powered
chief
by
for
coal,
the Menasha
and
Police Department.
like they do more harm than good making them.
What did you do
That's all
upon
there is
hearing
to it
that
for
Bart
now.
and
Just
Krista
your
were
best
missing?
bet is to go low mileage
Initially,
until
my
we
first
fucking pull our
impression
heads
is
out of our asses
statistically
and make
they
better
probably
fucking
were out
cars.
of phone range. Everything would be fine, and we would probably locate them or have communication with them within the next couple hours. So at that time, I I believe I made a phone call to them just to see
I
if
like
I could get a
Subaru
hold of them,
Legacies.
try to get things straightened out.
You can make the same argument about
As soon as I
solar
could.
panels at all. Not really.
What is the next thing you
Solar
decided to
panels
do
are
after
way
that in
more-
regards to them being
way,
missing?
way more.
After that, I believe just to get more information, I made phone contact with Chandler.
First of all, you don't need
just to
like
see where they were
coal
expected
and
to
gas
be, what
to
was going on
power
with their life, where they
solar
were going.
panels. You do for electric
and
vehicles,
I guess
right?
to find out the different avenues where we'd be able to make contact with them.
And what did you learn from Chandler?
He had mentioned that they were going up north.
Can you link
I
me
think
to
the
what you're
big
talking about?
piece of
Because I would love
information
to
that was
read
valuable
that.
was that they
Takes
had
a bunch
left
of
with an
that
unknown
is true.
person
Okay,
or
yes,
couple.
yes,
I think
I
the
am
male
aware of
was
that, but they
believed to be
don't.
a Dan, and left
What I'm
in
trying to get
that
at
person's vehicle. And with that
is
information,
that it's not.
I prompted him to.
This is a horrible way to look at it, but
try
it's
to
not
find out
for
who
nothing.
This Dan might be.
You know what I mean?
I did even mention about
They produce the
finding if
energy
neighbors
once done.
across the street
Yes,
had a ring
yes.
camera that may have got in that vehicle and a license plate that would be able to help us identify the person.
Any bombshells dropped in the trial? I might have
did
just been
Chandler seem
talking
to take
over
your
bombshells.
advice
This is
and,
the brother of the dad.
Was he able to answer your questions?
Yes.
Right, it's an enduring good. Yeah,
Matter
yeah,
of fact,
yeah,
he
yeah.
had gone across the street, and then shortly after speaking with Mr. Kevin Linsmeyer, I received a phone call from Kevin Linsmeyer saying that he was over there, and just wanted to make sure that I was aware of everything that was going on.
Okay. What did you do next as Bart and Krista continued to be missing?
I know I had the opportunity to speak with sheriff's deputies and then later the investigators, and I guess afforded them any information I could, as well
Yeah,
as
we're thinking
gathering
about doing
pictures
them
for
offline here, and I
lost
really,
people,
really hope that we
a
get
poster,
They're
getting anything that we
beautiful.
could to help find them.
And
Are
soft
you
and
during
lovely.
this time period? Are you in pretty frequent contact with Chandler?
I believe multiple times a day.
Just plant
Yes.
more trees. That is one answer.
Are you learning any
There's
more
a lot of
pieces to
stuff
the
that we need to
story
do. There's a
throughout
lot
your
of stuff that we
contact
need
with
to do.
Chandler?
As we spoke, and
Check out a purple
I guess was
timeline,
prodding
fucking
for more and
gorgeous.
more
Yeah,
information.
you know
he
what?
did
I'll just
reveal
Google that
there
right
was
now
health
because I can
problems. I was aware of my brother having psoriasis and some arthritis related to that, but he did bring up the information that Krista had.
I will definitely look
some
into
type of
that. Is it
cancer
is it
that he
expensive?
was recently made aware of, as well as I believe the small stroke. And with that,
And
it
will
opened
it
up
work by
the
the
possibility
ocean?
that they may have gone somewhere to receive treatment for that, and maybe just hadn't been giving that information to the family because they wanted to keep that personal.
Okay. During the course of all these different discussions you're having with Chandler, at any point does he float
Dialogue.
the idea to you that perhaps they're out drinking somewhere?
I don't believe that ever came up, no.
Does he ever explain to you that they took a bunch of tools and a large amount of cash to the cabin?
I believe he mentioned the tools and the cash as far as going up to the cabin to do some repairs, yes.
Did he mention the possibility of a casino trip to you?
He did not mention anything about a casino, and I'm not familiar with my
It's a
brother
bit more
or Krista
complicated
ever
if those trees get cut down for
visiting
firewood,
casinos for
instance,
entertainment.
You haven't removed any carbon, yeah.
With your brother being a CPA,
Most
did
of
it
our
seem
oxygen conversion
likely
is
to
done
you
by
whether or not he'd
marine
have a large amount of
plant
cash
life.
on hand in a safe in his home?
Knowing my brother, I've never known him to have a large amount of cash on his person or in his home. He would have kept that, I would believe, more secure.
And he believed in investments. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Everybody fucking believes in investments.
I want to turn your attention now to some of the other things that you knew or may not have known about Chandler. What did you think Chandler was doing as far as schooling?
I believed he was a student at the Madison
But I
Area
feel like I
Technical
saw
College,
something
or the
about that
Madison
on
College, I believe
Reddit
it's
like a
changed
year
how it's
ago.
referred to.
Have they
did you ever
recently,
talk to
like
him
a
about,
year
like,
ago,
what sort of
been
classes
up
he
to
was
like some
taking
sort of
or
big
anything like
event?
that?
I know Bart had mentioned in the past that he was involved in solar energy.
So happy with how this
at
bag I'm making is
a
turning out.
holiday
Can we see
when we had
pictures?
gotten together, Chandler
Vamp?
had mentioned that he was doing something with IT security, And he was in a class where their first assignment was to write
There's a pile of
kind of a
trash larger
Trojan
than the
program
US.
that
It's
could be
disgusting how much
placed on a server somewhere, sent via email, that would, once placed, either by request or automatically, would send information from that server back to them. And that was done as a learning skill for an IT person.
Hi, Ariana.
What did you think Chandler was doing as far as work?
I believed he was doing an internship at American Family.
Did you know of any more details as to what he was doing there or anything?
In talking with Bart, I believe it was something dealing with IT services, nothing more beyond that.
Why didn't Bro just go to school? He obviously was interested in this topic. The fuck?
What, if anything, did you know about Chandler's potential concussion?
I was not aware of any concussion. Up until when I was speaking with him after Bart and Chris were found missing, he did bring that up as a point where he wasn't able to drive long distances or shouldn't be going out far, in his vehicle driving.
You put it in my art channel. I'm
But
so excited to look at it.
before their disappearance, I
excited
was
to
not
look at
aware
it.
of any concussion.
Have you ever went scuba diving
I mean, the
with
trash
your
island
nephew
isn't
Chandler?
like a real island. It's debris
Yes.
swirling
How many
around
times?
itself like you can pilot a boat
It was.
through the trash island.
I'm a
without
scuba
noticing it.
instructor. I was able to
It's still
talk my brother
gross
into
and
having
not
him and his
okay.
two sons
Even
trained
though
or
it's
certified
not
in scuba
like
diving.
the horrific tale
I think
that
it was in
people think that it
September
is.
of 2019.
And I think that you
they
would
had come
notice.
up to
I don't think that
my
you wouldn't
house.
not
I live
notice.
in the outside of Appleton in the Hilbert area. They had done the online training.
The various
training.
solutions
We
are very
did a
interesting.
pool
The
session.
skimmers in
and then we
particular,
did an open water
I
session.
would really love to see
Actually, enough
some of
dives to
those
get
that
them
are
certified as scuba divers.
powered
So
not
in
by
two
fucking
locations, in the
colon gas.
a lake or some body of water.
Colon
and-
gas.
Yes.
Oh no.
So 2 times.
Well, yeah,
This is it.
at the pool and open body of water. Yep, and all within the same weekend.
Isn't a laughing matter. Not a joking matter.
Did you and Chandler ever have discussions about police diving?
I believe at some holiday family get-together after he was certified, he had broached the topic of what it takes to become a public safety diver. At that time, we discussed back and forth that it usually happens if you're part of a law enforcement agency or potentially on a fire department that has a dive team. And those were usually the 2 main ways of getting on a dive team. And then occasionally you'll find a civilian formed public safety dive team.
And how would you know that information?
I'm currently on the Calumet County dive team. I was on the Winnebago County dive team when I was working for the Menasha Police Department. I'm also a public safety diver instructor, so I work with numerous dive teams.
And to your knowledge, was Chandler ever on a rescue dive team associated with any law enforcement?
No, he was not.
What about the DNR? Was he on anything to your knowledge?
Not to my
that?
knowledge, no.
Oh, good night, just me. Thanks for hanging out. I'm so sorry
Mr.
that
Halderson,
if I missed you.
when was the last time you talked to your brother, Bart?
It would have been the morning of July 1st.
Is there any reason you remember that date?
I think that he was Uncle Narc.
That's my birthday.
I do think that he was
Our
accepted
family
into that school and just never went.
makes it a ritual of contacting each other on our birthdays. And that was the phone call that he had made to me that morning.
Is that the last time you spoke to your brother?
Yes.
No further questions.
Any cross-examination?
Good afternoon, Mr. Halderson.
Had to frog
Do you need
exactly
a glass
one
of water
stitch.
or anything? We can take a break if you need something.
I should be good for now.
And I just have a couple questions for you. Thank you. To confirm, you said that you live just outside of Appleton?
I live in Hilbert, Wisconsin, yep.
Okay, but not in Dane County, Wisconsin.
No.
How often would you say you did come over to Dane County to visit Bart and Krista?
It was not very frequently that we were down there. They were very COVID conscious, so when COVID was around, they had not been up by us. They had not hosted any events. I visited them last September of 2020, where Bart and I had gone out scuba diving at Devil's Lake. And before that was probably sometime
What is my
in
problem?
earlier
I'm
2019.
not even that high. There was like not even
How about just
hardly
regular
any
phone
cannabis in there.
conversations with Bart or
Speaking of
Krista? How often would you say you did that?
Very rarely would I have a phone conversation with Krista. With Bart, I believe it was every couple of months, every 3 months, maybe we'd have a conversation while I was out walking the dogs, and I would either just have a desire to speak with him, or I had a tax question, and it would be an opportunity to speak with him.
And as far as the information that you provided to Chandler about what he should do, is it fair to say that you were providing
Damn it, I
that
bet the parents were
information
cool as shit. They
because of your
sounded
prior
awesome.
experience in law enforcement, or something that you would have provided regardless?
I would have, I guess I provide anything to help find my brother and his wife.
But I guess, and I apologize, what I was getting at is the telling Chandler to go seek out rig footage or to talk to neighbors. Is that something that perhaps was a little easier for you to suggest because of your experience in law enforcement?
Maybe I was more aware of it because of my experience in law enforcement, but just knowing camera systems and knowing that sometimes they're
They
not
sound like- yeah, they
kept
do
more
sound
than
like a
24 hours,
really nice
48 hours or
family.
longer.
This
And I
one
wasn't
dude
aware
was
of
just a
what Dane County was
narcissist and a
doing at
liar
the time. I
and a
thought
neat-
it just would be prudent to try to preserve any information that would potentially have a license plate of a vehicle that stopped there that day.
Sure, and that's exactly why you provided that information
Yes.
for Chandler. As far as Krista's family, are you aware she's close to her family?
Objection relevance.
Overruled. You can answer if you know.
I know she has
I love
brothers
when
and
an
sisters
objection is
throughout the United
overruled.
States.
I don't know why.
she was
I'm
very,
always
very
just like,
close
eat
with her
shit,
mother
lawyer.
while her mother was alive.
It's stupid. It doesn't matter what side it's on, ever.
Thank you so much.
Any redirect?
No, no further questions.
May Mr. Halderson be released and excused?
He may.
Thank you, sir, for your time today. We could take up one more witness if it's of the same length of time.
Sure. It's going to call Jay Gilbertson to the stand.
Your Honor said, eat a dick, lawyer.
Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to affirm the testimony about the whole truth.
Sir, if you are willing and believe you can safely and responsibly testify without a mask, that would be our preference at this time. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Could you please state and spell your name, both first and last, for the record?
Jay Gilbertson, first name Jay, second name Gilbertson.
Where do you live, Mr. Gilbertson?
Could you, I have a little trouble hearing, can you?
Oh, sure. Yep, yell at me if I'm not loud enough. Where do you where did you reside in July of 2021?
In DeForest, right next door to the Haldersons.
Okay.
To the west.
And did you know Bart and Krista Halderson?
Yes,
Just as neighbors or anything more?
pretty much just neighbors, you know, cordial, how you doing in the backyard type stuff. Never at their house, inside their house, never did anything
You guys.
with them, just that kind of cordial relationship.
Sure. Before the events of Bart and Krista going missing, did you know Chandler Halderson?
Sperry, I
may
didn't
have seen them, but I'm not sure I knew the two brothers apart, you know, which one was Mitchell and which one was Chandler. I know I've waved to the boys at least one or two times.
Okay.
And on July 8th, do you happen to you end up having a conversation with Chandler Halderson? Is that true?
That is true.
What was the nature of that conversation?
He stopped over about
super
8:30, I think, in the morning.
Particularly because of who they
he said,
cast
"Hi,
as
I'm
Barney
Chandler."
Rubble in the
I'm
live-action
paraphrasing.
Flintstones movie starring fucking
I said,
John
"Hi." I
Goodman
said,
and
"Feel
Halle
weird about your
Berry.
parents." He goes, "Yeah," and I said, "It's I asked him something about the people that he went with, or the people that they went with, and were they missing too?" He said,
Helping my
"Not
case
necessarily,"
against
or
the
he didn't
brother.
know.
It was
He
not
talked
Rick
about,
Moranis, was it?
Sending a friend or a relative to his
It
parents'
was Rick
cottage to look
Moranis.
for him. And
Who am I picturing
he
right
also
now?
asked if we had a security camera or surveillance equipment, and I said no, we didn't.
I see, Sperry.
Okay, did you have any discussion at all about a neck brace?
I did ask him. I said, "Are you the one that fell down and had a neck brace, or was that your brother?" And he said, "No, it was me." And I said, "Oh, don't have to wear it, I guess," or something like that.
And was he wearing it on the 8th?
No.
And you said you had a discussion with him about the other couple. Did you mean the couple that supposedly had picked up
Right,
Bart and Krista?
Right. I said, "Well, have you heard from them? Are they missing too?" And
Rick was Fred, wasn't he? No,
he said
was
no.
definitely Barney Rubble.
Or not that he knows
John
of, or
Goodman
something
was
along
Fred
those
for
lines.
sure. Yeah.
And he said, said, "Well, if they're missing, how are your parents going to
Okay,
get back
so
from
the
the
actor
cabin?"
that
or
I was
something along
picturing
those lines.
for some reason when I was thinking
And
about
he said
Barney
he
Rubble
didn't
was
think
the
they
actor
were
who plays
with
Wilson
them
in
or they were coming
House.
back, or-
I don't know why
kinda
I was
vague.
thinking that.
Do you remember
That's
telling
so weird.
detectives in
Like, he
connection
would've been
with this
way too young in
investigation
the
that
early
Chandler had
90s
told
to
you
have
that
been Barney
the other
Rubble, I
couple
think.
might have just continued on with their trip?
Yes.
Then again, House was kind
Did
of a
that
long
make any
time ago
sense to
now
you?
too, so maybe not.
No. I'd never seen Bart or
This
Krista
dude looks like
get
him.
in
He
a
looks a
car
lot
with
like
anybody
Sean
else.
Austin also.
And what was Chandler Halderson's demeanor like during this conversation with you?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was Mr. Halderson Chandler's demeanor like during this conversation with you?
It was a little, maybe not nervous, because I can't really tell. I'd only never spoke with him, but maybe a little nervous or detached, or not all the way tuned in. As soon as I said some other people might
I
have
didn't know that right,
surveillance
Guido.
cameras in the neighborhood, he said, well, he was going to go talk with them. And then he just left, turned around, and I said, I think we said something like, "Good luck."
Okay, thank you. No further questions.
Any cross-examination?
Just to be clear, Mr. Gilbertson, you've never spoken with Chandler Halderson before that day, correct?
I do not think so.
If
Again,
you-
I don't know. I didn't really know the names of the two brothers. I might have said hi, but it was
Robert
never a
Sean Leonard. That sounds right.
long
yeah.
conversation.
And when you say you never saw Krista or Bart
hello.
get into a car
What is my
with other people,
problem?
it's fair to say you're not watching them all the time,
No,
correct?
absolutely not.
Thank you.
Any redirect?
No.
May this witness be excused and released from his subpoena?
Yes.
Sir, thank you for your time
All
today.
done.
Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
That takes us to a 90-minute mark, folks. So I think it's a good point to take our afternoon break, and we'll see you back here just before 3 o'clock.
All right, for the jury.
All right, everybody. I think that's also a good time for us to call it here too. It's midnight here.
This is James, the digital
I
content manager.
just thank you so much for all the support and stuff today, guys. I would love it so much if Twitch chat you could get super active for me. Everybody say what you wish you could name a goldfish. Just put the answer to that in chat, please and thank you. Wow, it's midnight there? It is. It is midnight here. Yeah, we do stand the judge. We totally do. Like, he's a fucking cop, but also he's delightful. Anyway, yeah, name a goldfish in chat. I'm going to find somebody fun to raid. I would love it so much if you guys would join the Discord. Also, bad news, we are so super not doing a subathon tomorrow because Josiah is fucking streaming. I forgot about that when I said that I would do a subathon on Friday. What a dumbass. I will pick a day next week to do a subathon, I promise. And we'll do something. We'll either get through a whole lot of court or we'll find something else to do, or maybe a mixture of both. Anyway, yeah, super join the Discord. That would be amazing. Follow me on all the social medias. Please follow me on YouTube. I'm going to be having edited content going up there soon. And just so you guys know, it's past midnight. I'm about to go launch my Patreon right now. You get absolutely no fucking benefits for giving me extra money. So don't feel obligated by any stretch. Even if you did get something, don't feel obligated by any stretch. Once I have a shop, you guys will get a heads up a day early when I stock it. That's about it. That's truly about it. And however many dollars worth of my gratitude. So yeah, please keep an eye on that. I love you guys a trillion. Hang tight during commercials. I'll find somebody fun to raid. Be very active in chat. Please and thank you. We want a big fat raid so that we can grow our community. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. It's not smooth when you don't prepare the end slate. Jesus Christ.